Hello and welcome to Boarding Party's D&D campaign. Featuring Bentley Woods, CJ, D. Blackwater, Milo Reuter, and Phoebe Wilheim. I'm Drew, the Game Master for the Laris region. Milo and dozens of source stones lie in the fields of Ambercrag as our heroes decide the course of the region in the presence of these symbols of power. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and welcome back to Boarding Party. This is session 141. Today we are down one Ben J. Man. He's moving house or something.
But we have a special guest, Extra Tall Devin.
We do. Extra Tall Devin is in the building.
Look how big he is.
He is breaking the bounds of the frame. He is so tall.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Be here.
It's good to see you again, Extra Tall Devin.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, extra Tall Devin.
back.
It's great to have you.
I don't know how I feel about it.
See, what we usually do is the same trick that they did for Gandalf and Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah.
Is we put Devin a few feet behind
He's
you
over
so
here.
that you appear the same size. All right. Enough of this faffing about. When last we left our heroes, Milo, you pulled off a space heist.
Yep.
That honestly, I wasn't entirely convinced you were
work.
going to be able to do.
Same.
And yet, the roles have dictated that
The
you
gods
succeeded.
have smiled on you.
Yes. Quite literally in some cases, but Milo Reuter,
Yeah.
you, in a final, desperate bid to return to your world as but a humble, normal boy, you poured all of your energy into returning home.
Mm-hmm.
And now, littering the fields behind you are a few dozen source stones of various types. All of this chaotic lunar energy erupting, exploding, the Oni's energies corrupting, changing things, but you remain unchanged. For Milo, unbeknownst to everyone but you until this exact moment, you are now a conduit of the normal stone.
Okay.
In your desperate bid, pouring everything you had to get home, expelling everything from yourself, leaving behind only you, you are now the conduit, a new guardian of normalcy,
Sweet.
returning your world to a steady state. You were deposited, having taken, I believe, only 3 points of damage from the Oni's scratch marks. You are still coated in the sacred ash
Nice.
of the former Solar Scion.
Beautiful.
Meaning, basically, until the next time you are clean. You're
I'm never
immune to
showering
fire.
again. Are you kidding me?
You're just
Is it
gonna
like,
look like
spice? Can we take all that dust off of you and start selling it as drugs?
Yeah, it's the melange spice.
It does seem really sad and lame to just like shower that off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get it.
You're just gonna be Kratos. You're just walking around all just like pasty gray.
Just
Yeah.
Pigpen.
I'm
just
here
down
for
the
it.
drain, just into the sewer system goes sacred ash.
Some muck and grimer will be very happy for it.
Yeah.
Just wash it off into a jar.
Okay.
Sell your bathwater.
I'll need
Like
help with the
Yeah.
logistics of that. I don't know how to.
Well,
then
first
dump
we
it on
take
yourself
all of
and
your
you-
clothes off.
We'll help you, don't worry.
Thank you.
All right. Per the instructions, eventually at some point today, Bentley Woods is gonna go to the Ambercrag Medical Center, chill with Rose. That's where he will be today.
Okay.
But if anybody has any questions for him, I told him just message you later. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right.
Do I adjust my stats?
No.
Okay.
Your stats remain.
Oh, okay.
Those came from you, sir. That was your efforts.
Wow.
Your abilities, however,
Sure.
are vastly diminished.
Okay.
Now you're super normal.
You are now the most normal ever. You look like free guy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Not dude, just guy.
Almost a beneficial way. You just blend in.
Yeah.
Like, people are just like, I don't know.
But as you return, nearly unconscious just from sheer shock and almost trauma of being crushed between two moons, but returning, you catch glimpse of blue withering away across a field from you.
Oh boy.
She is actively sort of dissolving. It's almost like Looper when they're cutting limbs off in the past to affect the present. She is wasting away, withering. She gave everything to save this world, and all it took was you.
Yeah. Do we have any reactions to this, or am I like I'm pretty physically incapable of doing anything? Or
You are the unburned, breaker of chains, swapper of moons.
okay?
All right, Daenerys. God. Father of dragons.
No, that's
He's uncle.
Rael Durik.
He's uncle of dragons.
Oh,
No, that's,
second cousin twice removed.
Yeah.
you've got probably about a minute before she's literally gone forever.
Can I try to channel some new normalcy powers to try to make her also kind of normal? Is that a thing that I can try? If not, I will turn to Phoebe to see if we can try to have her do a rune thing. Potentially.
Normal boy.
In my once and future immortal words, no one's ever tried.
Okay.
So, I mean, you could try to stop her from withering away into dust, but she's already mostly gone.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. Purify?
How
In
gone
prison?
are we talking? Like,
She's like Anakin episode 3.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
When all his,
spoiler alert.
when all his
That's on
limbs-
you.
Yeah,
When
we're
all
gonna
his
see it at
limbs-
this point.
Yeah, when all his limbs are gone, he's like, Mom, I hate you, Mom. She's kind of like that. To speak quite plainly, she followed through on her pact with Helios.
Okay.
She sold everything she had to get what she got. The only cost she had to pay was Bentley. She failed in that, and her guardian is now dead.
So she's
She is
Wisping
she is
away.
on her way out.
She's up.
But if you have
Well,
anything you want to say to her, anything
maybe
you
we
want to
just let her
do,
wisp away.
you've got about
honestly.
a minute.
In that case, probably not. I will ask. I will say first.
Mhm.
I'll thank her for her efforts throughout her life, because even though there's been some sketchy, ungood things, she did do a lot of good as well. And ask if there's anything she would like us to do in her stead, particularly
Yeah, she's gonna kill Bentley.
particularly with her team.
Yeah. She, in these current moments, she is just kind of wailing in the general direction of Bentley, thinking that this is happening because he's still alive.
Oh, okay.
But as you approach Milo Reuter, her last words to you were, "You're the new him."
Yeah. I remember that.
She's not wrong.
But as you return, unbowed, unbent, unbroken, all the stones behind you, you walk out, not in malice, but in compassion. She will, using what little is remaining of her withering hand you a purple and red ball. Set him free. She'll throw it to you.
All right. Yeah.
And her bag is kind of on the side,
presumably.
and she'll slide it forward. Use them if you can, if they'll listen to you.
Okay.
I call dibs.
Can
I'm gonna
I
run
get a
it
list?
back.
Can I get a list on what Pokemon they're on?
No, we're not keeping these. These are
I call dibs.
Baby.
But you can see there's an air of resignation. She looks at all of you and then at you. You'll do the right thing. When this is all over, you let him go.
Yeah. You got it.
I just saw one of my best friends fall from outer space with a bunch of glowing rocks.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is him. Can I cast Detect Evil? Just to ensure for my
Can you
character's sake.
imagine
Respect.
if when they're out of there, I go,
Respect.
hey, Joel, you're the Oni now. Milo didn't make it.
Yeah.
That would have been so savage.
Dude.
No, this... well,
Respect.
actually, I guess I should ask Milo, what do you consider your alignment to be?
My alignment in general and on my sheet is chaotic good.
Honestly, that tracks. You did whatever
right.
you had to save the world. You'll save everyone in this room, even if I have to kill them all to do it.
What?
That's how I always
That's a
explain
better
chaotic
fate.
good.
That's what happened. I killed
Yeah.
everyone in another timeline to save these ones.
He
So
did whatever he had to
it's-
do what he thought was right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I've casted this around Milo.
Yes.
Knowing that that's
The ends justify the means.
Yep.
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 This is done. He did it.
He did it.
He swapped the moons. And now your moon is like slightly smaller and on a faster rotation. But, you still have one.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than not
It
having one.
hatches right
now.
But the tides are going to be like, whoa!
There's some
Maybe
adjustments.
that's what we need.
Yeah.
Some adjustments.
Reset.
Everyone can be Point Break surfers now.
Hell yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
Shay.
Still just better than a bat the size of the moon and laying laser beam waste to us and not having a moon after the fact.
correct.
You're
And
right.
being alive.
You're right.
That's pretty nice. I enjoy living.
Yeah. Life's good.
Pretty solid. We did it.
I like to breathe.
So proud. Okay. Well, as Blue passes from this life into the next, and by that I mean she literally disappears because there's no soul to shepherd anywhere else. She done. You're left alone in a field. Most of the scions have turned and headed their separate ways, with one exception: the Venom Queen.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Thuabon didn't stick around for a second?
Thuabon followed his son
Okay, fair.
to make sure that he
Yeah.
didn't suffer any damage from having his brain temporarily turned into jelly.
Yeah.
But the Venom Queen will approach you, Milo.
Uh-huh.
That was exquisite.
Well, thank you.
You told us you could do it, and you did.
It's true. I wasn't 100% sure that would work at all, but it did, and I am very happy about that.
As much as I wish to sing your praises, there is one you should see. And she'll move to the side, and you see Wadsworth.
Yes.
And he's got angry eyebrows on.
Yeah, he does.
And he waddles over to you.
Mhm.
Just gives you the biggest hug.
I'm sorry, bud.
Korea.
Dude, I'm so sorry, but I didn't expect
He's-
that pivot.
He's just leaking tears, and he's like, "I thought I lost you.
I thought I
should
lost
have
me too.
thought better of you."
I just, with the changes that happened, I,
You did everything you had to do and more.
if I brought you, this world would have blown up too, and we would have come back from the moon to nothing.
I doubted you, and I shouldn't have, and I'm sorry. And he just squeezes you even tighter.
It's no worries, my friend. But, as a note, and I'll show him the now, I guess, normal stone that I have.
Yeah, you just radiate normalcy.
Okay. I imagined it like the psychic stone I have is now normal, but it is, I
There
have
is
nothing.
still a psychic stone on your glove.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
However, you yourself, you're like Jean Grey Phoenix
Okay.
Force, but normal force.
Okay.
If you had magical powers, you would, but since you're so normal, you don't.
Okay.
You can, so again, you can still use your psionic abilities.
Uh-huh.
But right now, you've been set to 0.
Correct, yes.
you use them
I understand
again-
that, yes.
You
Okay.
whiskers and
Yeah.
eyebrows and ears
So-
are coming back, Mr. Cat.
So, in rewinding then, now that I understand it, it did cost all of the changes and development in the psychic power realm, but that was something I wanted. So, from here on out, I would like to rely on you for those abilities.
you have my sword.
Brilliant. Brilliant! And then I want to run up to Phoebe real quick and hey, can I have Monty back?
No, I'm keeping him. That was an official trade.
This is an official trade.
Oh,
You traded me
That's
Monty for
rude.
nothing.
Yes, you can have Wadsworth back too.
thank you.
Wadsworth was like,
You're
I was
hungry.
never part of this agreement.
Hey, for Wads, it's worth.
Genius.
Thank you for thank you for doing all this.
That's why I did what I did for your puns.
The Venom Queen just wheezes.
Oh my god.
She got you good.
Yep, she did. That's
I
why,
see why you keep her around.
Just
Yep.
for the puns.
just for the puns.
Otherwise, you guys would have kicked me out.
Yeah. If something funny happens,
If
and we
you
look to
weren't
Phoebe.
funny, I would have left you on the street.
Not even all
Something
the time,
funny
just
happens, we
randomly.
turn to Phoebe, and if she doesn't make us laugh,
Yeah,
like, get out of here.
get out.
What's the
Bye.
point?
Get out of here,
What's
Get out of
even
here,
worth
you
it
clown.
Leave.
But yeah, I'll send out Monty
Yeah.
and just say it worked, and then give him a hug as well.
Yeah.
And then turn to everybody else. That was crazy. I'm sorry that a lot of that was probably in the dark for you guys, but it was all part of the plan, and we don't have to fight the moon anymore.
Yay.
Jeez, man.
You did it.
Did do it.
So
I can't believe you did it.
me neither.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Pretty insane.
truth.
And you're not in Alakazam anymore, so
No, thankfully.
that's cool.
Yeah,
It turned into
that
a
was
literal cat fox thing.
yeah. That was something that I could kind of tell was happening, but in wanting to see this through to completion, something I couldn't stop, and thankfully was able to also ditch that in space. I've never been happier to be a normal boy.
He is a normal boy once more.
Get that. Looking up, is everything seem to be normal besides the mini moon?
No.
Okay.
But
I figured as
All right.
much.
there are still tears in reality.
Oh,
What do they look like? Is it like circles and like a portal, or is it just like a little line?
It looks like someone took a knife to the fabric of space-time and just kind of cut through it. And there are just these little windows where you just see stars.
and those are everywhere.
Pretty much. There are new ones opening.
Okay, all the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
That might require a little bit of mending.
Does anyone have their space needle?
This
Fine.
seems bad. Is this
Just
bad?
Take the space needles, stitch it back together.
Maybe. If they're getting worse,
Come on.
probably.
We just got rid of the moon, one problem at a time.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
It was
Well, now the moon's solved.
It was a more structured plan until Blue showed up, and then the Oni jumping off kind of ruined that. So
Old
Hey.
Infernape wrench, if you will.
Hey, that's
Yep,
that's how
yep.
it goes.
That was good.
God damn it.
You get another wheeze from the venom. Your friends are hilarious.
it's the best.
Masters of rhetoric.
Respect.
It's the best song by the Fungus Fighters. So
You yourself are great.
Then we all start at D.
And I just go, absolutely
your turn.
not.
Where is your humor?
pudding. I'm trying to think of something with pudding.
Put him in custody. Pudding.
Are they getting worse? Like looking at them, are they kind
No
of like
individual one is getting
stable?
worse, but there are more of them are appearing. Whether or
Interesting.
not they will stop appearing is a question for someone.
Yep.
Who knows?
And that's a problem
So
for another set of
is that it
children.
then? No more moon touched. We're good. We're gooch.
No. No more moon.
There are
I know, but do we know
plenty
that?
of
Do we
moon
know that
touched.
they're still coming?
So the moon that is here now does not have a thing in it anymore. I could sense that before
The thing is in there.
teleporting back. It's just a rock now and not an egg, which is kind of nice.
Who thought the moon was an egg? Who would have thought?
I don't, as a
Transformers taught me that.
character, I don't know if the Elgium would still be around, because as we've seen in some occasions, if you kill the commanders, they go away, but we've also heard from sieges that isn't the case. So I could see it going either way, but on the bright side, they don't have anywhere to send their data anymore.
Or the hideous blob thingies. Are those coming?
I think they're still coming, but we now have a finite amount and there can't be more.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a lot better.
Instead of being on a treadmill of endless carnage, we've turned off the machine.
There's an end to the carnage.
Yes.
If you can last.
Yes.
An end in sight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotta kill those giant.
That's a lot more doable.
Demons.
I'm feeling a lot better.
We can do it.
That's good.
A little bit more,
We
little
can
more
do
confidence.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think we could have done the other thing.
No.
So what do we think our game plan is now?
That was the end of my plan. So
No, fair enough.
Time to develop a new one.
It was definitely a case of like, if this works, we'll deal with it.
So are you just going to do the same
Plan
thing again, where
normalcy.
you come up with your own plan and we just do that, or should we
no,
teamwork this time?
yeah, whatever ideas you guys have. I'm just
Yeah.
You know, I'm really
just
good at
part of
planning.
this.
Nobody ever really gives me a chance to do planning, but I'm like, I'm
right.
really good
What you
at
got then?
it.
Let's
yeah,
hear it.
we're all ears.
Let's go kill all the moon touched.
all right.
Right?
Step 1, kill all the moon touch. Step 2,
Profit.
pancakes.
Profit.
There it is. I like the second part of the plan. See, teamwork. We're doing it. This is how we do it.
Yep. Funny jokes. But what's your plan?
What's the plan to kill them?
I don't know.
Is your thing in Fola still like a thing that will come to fruition? Like the don't be there?
Oh, yeah. The end
Kind of thing?
times. Well, it can't be.
I don't think so. I mean, I never really believed or wanted that to happen.
Okay.
I mean, what I said when they were here was just what I thought they wanted to hear.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So, in that vision, myself and my entire team were moon touched. So,
Right.
I obviously would not plan or want for that to happen.
Yeah.
Wasn't that kind of like not gonna happen anymore?
I think that's what he's asking.
Yeah. I'm making sure.
In my vision, it was like you shouldn't be there. Like, don't go to Fola because that will happen.
Right.
I don't think that would.
Stuff can't be moon touched if the moon is.
It can't happen anymore.
Moon
right?
can't touch.
Probably.
Yeah. Get your grubby
They might
hands
be
out
able
of
to
here,
moon
moon.
touch things still. I don't know if they've lost that ability.
Can those like giant muscle things
Well,
do that?
They just consume
They just
you.
I would just think
Oh, okay.
yeah.
the ability to
As
change.
a person, player now,
Yeah.
not character. It's like Katamari.
Oh, sweet. You just get sucked in
yeah.
and you make it bigger.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
blob that ate everything.
All right. Okay.
Well, I think.
The much more
how would that
messlier.
work? How would something get changed by the moon if the moon's not here?
Well,
Because
It's
their
part
thing
of
is
the
still
ability
affected.
that they have.
Yeah, it
yeah.
had to come from the queen egg.
Yeah, but like
Quag.
in theory,
Yes, the quag. Thank you.
let's say in theory, you might be right. Right? I don't know for sure. I'm just positing a counter argument to why it may not be right. But in theory, if the Fire, Source Stone, and Guardians were jettisoned to another timeline,
Yeah.
I don't think like Growl would lose the ability to make fire.
No, the ones that are already moon touched will be moon touched, but no one else can become.
Yeah, but
Why
I'm
don't
saying
we-
like how
do we
could
know
make
where
fire?
any of these creatures are? Can we just go find out right now?
Well, I don't want them to moon touch anything.
Well, that's what I mean.
All I'm saying
Let's
is
go
like pretend
I
they
see.
can and be
Like-
safe around them.
Yeah, let's
Like
go
scout
figure it
them
out.
out?
Yeah, let's go figure it out.
Okay.
Literally,
mean, yeah,
one
we
came
have
from
to know
the
where they are.
ocean when I was out there.
One came from the ocean.
Well, there was like a Noivern that was coming at us from the ocean
flying.
when me and Milo were out there. Like we were literally heading
come from
south.
everywhere.
It was just flying
West?
around.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Did it start here though, or did it come from like another region? Are they?
No
are there
idea.
more?
It was literally out in
on
the
other
open
regions?
ocean. Like no idea.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, have we talked to anybody that's not here? Is this happening other places?
Not that we know of. The only news we've gotten from the other region is the tidal wave that wiped everybody out. So
Shit.
Okay. Well, I think we go find some of these guys, like a small sect of them, if we know of one. I don't know if that's information you guys have. I don't have that
Crickets
information.
can get it.
Crickets can get it?
Crickets can get it.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. So we find out where like a group of them are. We go figure this out, see if one of your theories is right, and then we can, I don't know.
So she's
Start
concerned
killing
that they
things.
can still moon touch.
Right.
So
No,
you
I'm
wanna
saying they can't be moon. Nothing can be moon.
Yeah, she's saying she
anymore.
doesn't think
I'm
that's
saying I
possible.
don't think things can
But
be
what if it
moon
is?
touched.
So
like you're
you're
saying.
gonna
Yes.
send someone up and see if they can get moon touched?
No,
Care
no.
infect me?
Just like go watch them for a little while.
Yeah,
and
see if
they
they're-
can do
they're
that to,
doing
like,
it.
random
Yeah.
Pokemon that
Yeah.
are just around, because that's what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
That's what they were doing anyway.
I kind of see where they're getting at
Yeah.
in a way.
Are we doing a bad job explaining?
No, I feel like this is a good plan to see which way, because that could impact.
Sure, if you're ready to cure them after
Yeah,
they
like
get
if they
moon
can't
touched.
do it anymore,
No,
then
I'm
we
not
can
gonna
kind
have
of
someone
be
be moon
reckless.
But how do we know
He's
they weren't
saying
moon touched
watch
before?
them, follow them, and see if they moon touch anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can intervene.
But then you wouldn't know if they could do it.
Right, we got to kind of allow it to happen.
See, that's where the disconnect is.
Well,
Otherwise, like, how do we know? But then
Well-
we can save them after, right?
I can't anymore.
You can't do that anymore?
No.
Oh.
That's that
Shit.
power that didn't come back.
Shit. Okay, well,
Yeah, now it's like a
I mean, I
catch-22.
technically could do it, but
I mean, what have you been doing in the hospital? You fixed them, right?
yeah, I
it's
could
very
technically do
limited,
it.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's just it's not like a like.
Well, do we really care about like a
Bippity
Caterpie?
boppity boo.
Like,
We
yeah,
care
that's
about
terrible
all
to say,
life,
but like,
CJ.
yes, but then we have that information that we can move forward with. We can hopefully save that Caterpie, so be it, and then
My only point is
go-
what's the
sacrifice
difference?
one Caterpie is worth the.
But like,
finding out if they can still do that.
but
I think so.
My counterpoint is why can't we just pretend like they still can and be safe regardless?
Oh yeah, we could do that too. But then we have information. So either way, both work.
You know what I think we need?
That's true.
We just get concrete facts versus assuming,
assumption.
which is also fine.
You know what I think we need?
What?
I think we wait about like 6 hours, jump into the manor, and have a nice breakfast.
Watch on your right hand. Interesting.
I'm a left hand.
Cool.
Yeah.
You're a left hand.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sinister.
Okay.
Good for you. Good for your left hand. So what are we doing?
I'm okay with that.
I think we just need to have a relaxation session in the manor to where we can actually come up with a solid thing and not scream at each other about
I
infecting
screaming?
Caterpies.
Stop
screaming-
yelling.
we're
D.
screaming with
Stop
delight.
yelling, D. You're hurting my feelings.
I'm screaming with delight right now because the worst is.
Not over yet.
I mean, it's
I
pretty
think-
exciting stuff
I
happened
think I
here.
could
guys.
argue that was going to be the worst.
Okay.
I'm being a little bit of a pessimist.
Slight
Pretty
problem
exciting
with your
stuff.
plan though.
What?
Maybe we stay out here, have the conversation, and keep watch because that Urshifu might be steamrolling back here to murder Bentley.
Fair point.
Why? Can't you just like
Where did you
destroy the
put
ball
it?
right now and
So
then it just
I have the
can go do whatever it
master
wants?
ball.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, quick question.
Uh-huh.
Did everybody die that went with you up there?
Yes.
So even the Guardians?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
They're all space
Wow.
dust now.
I didn't like the
They were shitty ones.
soul
though.
of the family.
They immediately were just like, yeah, we're gonna.
I mean, that's
kill
fair.
People.
They were.
like screw those guys.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the Onyx, he was just a troubled youth. He deserved a second chance.
That's where you bullied him into staying.
You should have seen
Daddy
how
Milo
he treated
said,
him.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty hardcore.
we should discuss that because he
Okay.
might come running back, but we don't know his intentions. And if we break it here and he's already in another town, he's like, "Oh, sick! I'm free. I can kill people again," and
Well,
just starts
what was she
laying waste to a
whispering to
town.
you over there as she was handing you things?
You were there.
No.
Yeah,
I
she
thought I
kind of
was not
she
there.
said it a little loud.
I thought you were just over there.
Tell me secrets.
I'm not saying there are secrets. She's just she's withering away. She's not talking loudly.
She goes,
she said.
There is another. I think your friends are stupid.
She's just said set him free and do the right thing. So my concern though is his title is the Slayer of Men.
Yeah.
If we break it and he's in like Port Thalo and he's like sick, I'm free, and there I go killing again and murders the
Okay.
city.
do
There
we
I
know
go.
how he got the title? Was he just killing people?
No,
left
we
and
don't
right?
know.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
What if we?
Oh, I
what
thought
if
we
we
did
let
know.
him come here and we have a conversation
That's
with him?
what we're
That's
trying
what
to
I'm
do.
saying.
Okay.
Leave it so that he comes running here trying to complete his mission. Then we break it when he's here
Okay.
and try to deal with him.
and then we all get
But
slaughtered.
then but then he's here and we can try to deal with it rather than setting him free on an unsuspecting town.
Yeah.
Because my hope is that if we can have the conversation and he's more aligned and like trying to get rid of all these Elgium, maybe he can become a Wyman type trainer and command the rest of the team.
Has anybody
Because
interacted
they'll
with this
respect
thing
him.
on that level? Do we know if it's gonna
No,
listen?
nobody
Or
has-
talk to us?
Above the
No.
table
Okay.
conversation here, because she gave it to him. Is it like his Pokemon now? The Pokeball?
It's in his possession.
Technically.
So like, if
'Cause I
I
don't know
pick
how
up
that
one of the
works,
other
you know
ones,
what I
it's
mean?
in my possession.
Well, because
Technically, to
Because
be less vague,
do what you want
her
with them.
team, you are in possession of her team.
Yeah.
If you throw them out,
They
they
are-
will not listen to
Okay.
you.
They
That's
don't.
what
They
I
are no
thought.
They
longer
are not.
attuned
They
to
are
a
not
trainer.
yours.
Yeah, not just because she gave the balls to someone
to
directly
put it
doesn't
more
mean
mechanically. If you send them out,
Yes.
They become wild.
she
again.
is registered as dead.
Okay.
That ball is no longer linked to them.
Okay.
So as soon as they are out,
It's
They're
free
free
reign.
beasts.
free reign. Okay.
Interesting.
what kind of Pokeballs are all the other ones are in?
minimally ultra ball.
Well, I think we might
most of her
have to
team is
catch
pretty solid, with
Slayer
one
of Men and
exception
the
being
Master
the
Ball
Venusaur.
again.
It's in a regular Pokeball.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I want to see his intentions.
Yeah, but if he's going crazy,
Well, do you think that the other Pokemon are gonna wanna be his Pokemon?
I don't know. But if
What
we
if
were to,
that-
if he was aligned with us and we sent them out and they weren't, we'd have a much better shot of surviving
That's
the
true.
fight.
But you
But
can
what
talk
if he
with them,
just
right?
decides to kill us anyway? Also an
Then
option.
we're-
Well,
just
he's gonna
screwed.
hunt us down later regardless.
True. So let's just do it now.
Yeah.
yeah,
Fair
we'll
enough.
get it over with.
You know what?
I
if
like
you're gonna
it. I
kill
like
us,
it.
just
We-
do it, because
we-
I am tired of
we're
waiting to
checking
die.
things
Yeah,
off the
yeah.
list.
Wow.
You
You
just
know
went
what?
into another reality and
If-
got rid of the moon. Let's just handle all of it now.
If we
Yeah,
set him
but we're on
free-
a good roll.
if we-
100%.
We got some
Yeah.
momentum.
Without a doubt.
I'm
Let's
feeling
do it.
it.
I like
Good
it.
track
I like
record.
it.
Yeah.
I like it.
He's gonna come
Yeah.
here and turn Bentley into space dust, or he's gonna fight us and then turn Bentley into space dust anyway. Or
I
we set
don't-
him free now and he hunts us down and turns us into space
Well,
dust.
Bentley's not here, so when he comes back, he's
Yeah.
not going to see Bentley,
Correct.
and he maybe won't be as mad.
But this is
Exactly.
his
and
last
your
known
trainer's
location.
already gone. You can
Yeah.
be free now.
Yes.
I
And
And
do you
maybe-
want your friends? You
maybe
can
he
take your
doesn't
friends
care.
with
might
you.
be able to reason with him.
You can take
He
your
might not
friends.
care.
He probably won't,
he
and
might
then
not.
we have to fight him. But you know
No,
what?
I'm saying he won't care
At
about
least we
Bentley
die.
anymore because that was Blue's thing.
We hope, right?
That's the hope, but you never know.
You can talk with them though, still, right? Like how you can communicate with the Venom Queen.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Venom Queen
We can
speaks
communicate
common.
with everybody.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
does she?
She
Yes.
can speak with all of you.
She
But-
speaks the common tongue.
If I'm being honest, I have full faith in Monty and Wadsworth to communicate with him. Should we not be able to?
Oh, sweet.
Good job, Wadsworth.
Yeah, I mean, Wadsworth
He's like-
can talk, no problem. So
Thanks.
Good job with your talking abilities.
you're so smart, you can talk. It's
Yeah.
sick.
I mean, we
I can do that too.
Like it truly is just really awesome.
we could literally build a MythBusters bomb shelter bunker with just a thing that we watch out of while Monty and Wadsworth chat with them.
Nah, we should all be out there. If
Yeah,
if
yeah.
he's gonna attack, we might as well stand.
They shouldn't take the bullet for us.
No, I agree. But if he's Slayer of Men and he's like, no, I don't
I'm
agree
not
with
gonna
you,
kill
push us aside, then
Pokemon.
kill
I'm
us.
just gonna
yeah.
kill all your trainers.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not Slayer of Pokemon. I'm Slayer of Men.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Listen,
kill just all men. Women are fine.
I appreciate somebody that has lines like that.
So are
you
we
know?
just gonna chill
Moral
here and wait for
lines.
him?
Might as well.
It should
I
probably
think
be-
so.
I don't know how long it'll be.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
that guy
don't
can
know.
run a
Maybe.
Mach 6.
Yeah.
So I
He
assume
did-
he'll be
He'll be
here
here
any
soon.
second.
He did get from Green Gate to Ambercrag in 2 hours.
Yeah.
What are the big what are they called? The big balloons, not hot air balloons.
A Zeppelin?
Zeppelin, yeah.
Oh, I mean, Team Rocket has
Let's-
like 3.
Let's
Well, now
get in a
2.
Zeppelin and we'll put on it at Slayer of Men. We want to talk.
Do we still have our ability to speak mentally?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
So
damn it. That was
Well, we
so
don't need
nice.
it anymore
was pretty
because
sweet.
the Oni's not here.
Yeah. Everything on your sheet beyond like invocable runes and then consumed, destroy,
yeah.
all
I
of
mean,
that stuff is gone.
My favorite part about the psychic link was just talking shit to D the entire time. You guys didn't know because I was just saying it to him, but I was just like,
Yeah, on the open channel.
Pretty sure it's all open.
Yeah, it is an open
You're
channel.
chat, now you think you're cool. Got fucking tattoos. What are you? You're not cool.
You're fighting underwater. You'd be like, oh, you think you're cool, dude?
Phoebe's in the hospital. I'm like talking to a god. Like CJ can like.
So you're like,
really
CJ,
right
shut
now.
the hell up.
Can you quote with the shit talking for a second?
Can you at least go to channel 2? No.
Yeah,
I will not. Everyone needs to hear this.
I don't know how
In
to
the
do
prison
that.
cell, practically dying. Fuck you, D. I know this is your fault.
It would never be here if it wasn't for D.
Okay, so here, are you confident in like? Do you think you could break this master ball?
Mind if I take a look?
I mean, don't do it right now.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it hard to break a Pokeball? Can you just smash it?
Looking it over.
I don't know if the master ball's any
I
different.
guess I've never tried.
Let
So.
me make it.
Like a Pokeball? Super easy. It's like a lightweight aluminum. You jump.
you trip.
Oh, it's made of glass. Oh,
Do you want me to make a check?
yeah, you can. I mean, you can take a look at it. This is a 1-of-1 ball.
35. No, 25. Excuse
25.
me.
I was like,
25.
jeez. Okay. Couple things that you notice about this ball. One, it is a weird mix of typical capture technology and flesh ball technology. In that there is a node on a ball that you would normally find that is missing and has been replaced with like actual muscle, and it looks kind of like a matrix prong.
It's a belly button.
That kind of like would stick into whatever is inside. And that is the thing that links it to a trainer. That chip that says, hey, this person owns this Pokemon is missing from this ball and has been replaced with that kind of like jack setup.
Ew.
As for could you break it? In the manner, you could probably come up with something that could dent it. But this thing was purpose built to capture something dangerous.
Well, could I deconstruct it? Like
In the manner, you could probably come up with something that could dent it.
fun.
That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
So maybe we just call him back and send him out.
Then he's out
Well,
permanently.
that's the same thing as breaking it.
Why are we breaking it? We're not breaking it.
Well, he could break it, couldn't he?
Maybe.
Freaking
Yeah,
so
punch a
hide
hole in
it.
reality.
So to further clarify for Blue's team, if you send them out of the ball, they are no longer owned.
Yeah. But
already
he's
out of the
already
ball.
out of the
He
ball.
is
So I'm saying
already
if
out
we
of the
threw the
ball.
ball at him, he could be back in the ball.
He is no longer tied to it.
Okay.
You would
But
have
it's a master
to
ball.
you'd have to re-catch him,
In the master ball.
but it doesn't work the way that you want it to.
So the master ball won't work on him anymore?
The master ball is saying that I own this creature.
Yes.
It is not that this ball will always work. It is that I have broken his will and am reimposing it with mine.
Oh, so it's not how it works in the game where you just throw
No,
a
it is not
guaranteed
working the way
catch.
that you want it to.
I
It is
see.
working in the
Okay.
way of like, this is a master ball. It is implying a relationship that is very uncomfortable.
The owner.
Okay,
ball.
okay.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Change the
It's slavery.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
Anyway.
how it is in the game. I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
what it
just-
is.
You
Yes.
get it automatically.
Isn't that what they all are?
Yes.
Yeah, but this one's got like flesh,
Yeah, but at
so it
least you
feels
give him like you
more
have to give him a fighting
personal.
chance. You got to whittle him down a little,
Yeah.
break
This
their
one
will.
doesn't make it any better.
Break their
You
will
just
first.
made it 10 times worse. So he is no longer tied to, or he is still tied to the ball, but not tied to Blue.
Neither.
Neither.
is
Neither,
true.
okay.
He is out of the ball.
So because he was out of the
and
ball
his
when
trainer has
she-
been killed.
When she was killed,
As
it's
a
gone.
basically as like a worldwide safety mechanism.
Okay.
So that no one is just forever stuck in a ball.
So-
if you are out and your trainer is killed, you're immediately just freed.
Is
so
it-
like for better and worse, you're out.
Can I ask then, or I guess we could look into it in game? What makes this ball so special? If it doesn't work like that?
As it's been explained
just said.
to Milo, it is the only capture device on the planet
Yeah.
that can force something to listen to you. So you, like in theory, you walk out.
So confused.
There's-
Okay, if you send out Claremont and you're like punch D in the face, he can be like, "Why? I don't want to do that."
Prime,
Okay.
prime
But
example.
Urshifu would against his will
Prime example.
because of the Master Ball.
D tells Neek to lock Milo in the room, and
Yeah.
there's a weird energy. Neek
Right.
said no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bentley tells Iris, I want to see my dead friends. Iris says no.
Okay.
Bentley tells Iris, I want you to evolve.
Okay.
She says no.
I see.
Your Pokemon are still
Okay.
conscious,
Right,
and
right.
if you mistreat them, they can get away from you. They
Right.
can leave you.
Right.
The Master Ball.
But the
the
Master
Master
Ball
Ball-
says no, you can't.
Prevents that.
Yep.
Okay. I see.
Through several different means, it
Okay.
erases their ability to think for themselves and have
Okay.
free will. As for whether or not it knew the entire time, who knows?
So it's almost like the Oni a little bit.
Yeah.
It was like forced.
It is a
Even though
thing
the
that
Oni
breaks
had
your
its
will.
own desires and will, it
Mm-hmm.
couldn't do what it wanted.
It didn't.
So the thing that separates this, like the Slayer of Men, from the Oni is that the Oni was built.
Right. Yeah.
So they had to break it down. They took out all the things that made it organic, and they replaced them with servos and microchips. And
Right.
every time it died, they brought it back. So by the time it was done being built and worked on,
Yeah.
it was basically just a robot.
Right.
If you take something apart enough times, it will listen to you, so that you stop taking it apart.
Well, they had a little remote.
Yes. But that's that on that.
Perfect.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand now.
So what do we do with this ball then?
Um,
Toss it into the Mariana Trench of the Layers region?
yeah, maybe.
And then like a
I-
Phoebus is like
I say, why don't we give it to one? Keep
I'm
in
gonna
the
put it in the
manor.
box.
I mean, he could, but I think D and I are on the page of like no one should have this, like Jumanji.
Well, then why
Yeah.
don't you give it to Lord Ridgemont?
Because nobody should have this.
Yeah.
He's not gonna use it
So why don't we encase it in concrete and titanium and then drop it in the middle ocean?
because that never works. You saw what happened with the Mr. Mime situation.
But that was more otherworldly versus it's a ball.
I mean, there's something otherworldly about it. with
What
it
if
can do.
we ask one of the scions to put it through a rift and someone else could do it?
It's someone else's problem. You know, Milo, that seems to be your solution.
You just
Why
watch
is
it
that?
go and it hits a planet.
It captures a planet.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it.
So
There's
you-
just a
you can
there's
make
a lunar
everybody on
flying
that
around
planet
and
do
just a
anything?
master
Yeah.
ball.
Because you
Milo is the
captured
new
those.
owner of a planet.
I love how now all of our solutions just chuck it through one of the rifts in the
It becomes
sky.
a
That's what these
dump.
are for, right? They're like trash cans?
Yeah, they're like a dump. A
They're
landfill.
like trash cans. There's no
Infinite
way this comes
landfill.
back on us.
Okay.
That would
I
be
say we give it to
helpful,
Lord Ridgemont.
Honestly, just dumping your trash into a
As of
different
right
reality.
now,
If we give it to Lord Ridgemont, he'll catch
You have
CJ with it.
He probably would.
He'll only threaten to do that.
I don't know. He might do
probably do.
I would just be like, Dad.
I mean,
he'd be
he-
like, I'm golfing. Catch CJ.
All right, everyone in favor of giving the Master Ball to Lord Ridgemont, raise your hand.
Me.
it. Definitely not.
Okay, so
Hard
sorry,
pass.
Phoebe.
Sorry.
You're outvoted. on that
Phoebe's
one.
like, can I see that real quick? Can you see it? I just want to see it. Like, can I see
I'm
it?
just saying if it disappears, you guys
I will
know
never
where it is.
choose to give that man anything ever.
You
all
already
in
did.
favor of giving
He
Lord
already- you already
Ridgemont
did. You already
this
decided- you
bag
already
of
gave him
poop.
something.
He took it from me. I will never do it again.
Oh, you had to,
I will never do it again. Never again.
you
All
had to
right.
give it up.
CJ, all in favor of giving Lord Ridgemont a bag of poop? Raise your hand.
I mean, we could do that.
But you said nothing
There's
ever.
a flaming
there
bag
are.
of poop. And,
The classic.
nothing that has value.
Okay.
I'll hand you back to Master Ball.
All right. Well, we'll see if he comes here then. I can don the goggles, and maybe we can just do watch and use these goggles to know when it's coming, and prepare. I guess I can go first though, since we think he's potentially super. I'm assuming we'll all be up for a bit because he's that fast, and if
Yeah.
he's doing max speed, he'll be here.
Yeah, you know that
Relatively
scene in
soon.
Monty
About 10
Python where you got the
minutes.
gate guards?
Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Yep.
Yeah, you guys are in a big open field.
You
And,
see him just barrel knocking it towards us.
I mean, yeah. He's a big guy moving quick. Trees are like...
I don't have to wait long. There he is.
Is that for real happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like...
Oh.
As funny as that is, like, he's coming
Sweet.
back.
Easy.
You
All right,
sent
cool.
him like
All right.
15 miles away.
Everybody do your best Chris Pratt. You stop him from
And he's like, I wasn't going to do it, but then they were all doing this. And I was like,
and it
"Why?"
was annoying.
It was
so I
too
killed him.
strong.
I'm gonna use the rune of protection around us
Okay.
from the Slayer of Men.
Okay.
Slayer of Men will not cross this barrier.
Okay.
You can't hurt me.
It comes running up.
Good call.
All my friends.
Big ol' Urshifu, standing 12, 13 feet tall. Wow. Massive crystal arms. And it stops in the field looking past you, sees Blue's pack and no body.
I will just set it down.
What are you setting?
The Master Ball. Like,
Oh.
I'm not trying to do anything.
So she is dead?
This is in English. Okay.
Oh, I'm
God.
Ah, you can't talk.
No habla inglés.
English.
Yeah, I'll let you guys speak to that.
To the Spanish archivo.
Hey, man.
Hola.
¿Estás muerto?
Hola. Buenos
Sí.
dias.
See, she's dead.
Puedo.
Dude.
God damn it.
Come on.
Is that his genuine reaction to that?
Come on, Devin, give us some more Spanish. What is this?
God.
Hello, papi.
Oh, hey, hello.
I mean, have you seen those muscles?
I mean, it's pretty hot for a Pokemon. Cut that.
Nope, that's staying
cut that.
in. Urshifu's just gonna walk the other way. He's like, never mind. I don't know what I expected.
It wasn't this.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's
for
dead.
real. Yes.
So that's it then.
Kinda.
I guess.
There's still the incoming invasion, we believe.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Sure is.
So, yeah, that's still coming. And obviously we have the rest of... I don't know if I should call them your team or comrades, but the rest of Blue's traveling companions. And we're not 100% sure what to do.
We better figure that out then.
Do you want to figure it out? Like, do you want them? Like, we're probably just gonna let them out. But if you want them, like, you can. You know them. We don't know them.
And it may help when they come out to hear from someone other than us also.
Their temperaments might surprise you.
In a good way.
Like, they're super silly, or
That only,
Yeah, Blessy's a real hoot.
they're super silly creatures that only come out at night.
Her margaritas to die for.
Yeah. We're all stronger together.
True. So, would you want to travel with them? We've heard of multiple instances where Pokemon have been able to run teams together without people.
That's true.
Yeah, it's all your kind could talk about. While I was waiting.
Interesting. Waiting for what?
For her to wake up.
Oh, in the hospital?
Ah.
Are you like done fighting now?
Who said that?
I'm just asking. I'd assume after what you've been through, I'd be like, give me like a $5.
nah, dude. Look at that thing. He's like probably one of the most badass Pokemon that exists. He's gonna just keep killing stuff, probably. I mean, I assume, right? Because you don't want to die. You don't want anything to like kill everything here, right? You're gonna help us kill all these terrible things.
I'm not gonna help you do anything.
Ah,
I'm gonna do it for myself.
That's what. Yeah,
That's
essentially what I meant.
That's what
Not
I meant.
obviously because
Yeah.
I can't do it. You're yeah.
That's right.
You're huge. So are we all good?
As far as that line tells me. What are you doing with these rocks? Same thing she was?
No. Trying to repair what has been broken over time and put things back the way they were.
What does that mean?
Huh?
A lot of those stones
The source
aren't all
stones
they're
I brought
cracked up
back.
to be.
Oh,
And he'll kind of flex his arms.
Yeah.
they're not what they cracked up to be.
Speaking of, if you want to, Phoebe, that's her, and I have been working on a means to remove the stones from the body. As
Yeah.
we've seen, they like literally will start to take over, and you will become a crystal.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah. So if
I'm good.
you want to keep it,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. Just throwing it out there. If you ever change your mind,
I mean, there's
You'll
probably
get
a
a
point
similar
that you
response
can't.
from the rest of her team.
There's
We're
probably
in too deep.
a point of no return. Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
known.
Where like the extraction would just.
So was the arm crystal thing like a willing thing, or was that like
At first, yeah. Now I've made my peace.
Gotcha.
fair enough.
I don't got a lot of time left, neither do the rest of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you want to take them with you, and whether that means Cancun beach vacation or duking it out in one last fight,
Before she met the one of you,
the
Gold Eyes.
yeah,
Oh,
Before she met him,
the demon.
she had ambitions. We didn't get along, but we agreed on one thing. If nobody stands up for this world, it won't be here much longer.
we agree.
Ain't that the truth?
Where's the kid with the hat, red shirt?
He,
Why are you curious?
I want to apologize for almost killing him, but I suppose it doesn't matter what I want.
Well,
we'll let him know.
Can I?
Pass it along.
We will.
Okay.
Wasn't my intention.
Is he lying?
You make an inside check?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Even if you roll a 20 and he's not, I'm still not like he's over there.
Well, yeah. I'm not gonna say where he is. I just want to. I don't know what my modifier is.
What'd you roll?
7.
Okay. He's extremely hard to read.
I would think
He's a
so.
large panda.
He's a big crystal almost.
He's very unexpressive, extremely flat toned,
Right.
and he just holds an even stare with all four of you.
That's like my
Just
dad.
looking back and forth.
No. Oh no.
Okay.
Poppy?
The one with the gold eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He said that kid had to die for the power to save this world.
Well,
Yeah.
he's dead now.
Yeah.
He
Well, I
wasn't one
figured.
of us.
If he wasn't dead, she wouldn't be either.
Yeah, I think it was just because he made a deal with him first.
Yes, and then broke that
Yeah.
pact.
He was pretty explicit.
Oh, okay.
Your
Got it.
friend offered to stop all this, and then stopped at the first opportunity.
Yeah, and then backed out.
It seemed too cut and dry to me, but she was impulsive. She needed to be the best. She needed to keep the region safe. That's all she ever said. But when you give your life to that stupid title you all care so much about, I guess that's all that matters.
Out of curiosity, speaking of titles, how'd you earn yours?
By doing what it says I did.
Just random people or people that challenged you.
Does it matter at a certain point? When the number is larger than the days you have seen pass?
I feel like a
I
little
guess
bit.
I guess it
Yeah.
would matter. Yeah,
A little bit.
because if you know what you're getting into versus not.
Well put.
I fought for my kind to stay out of those. It'll motion to the Master Ball. Fought for a long time.
No, so you just didn't want to be caught.
I didn't want anything to be caught. But again, when do we get what we want?
you can get whatever you want now because you're free.
Well, can see why you are the way you are.
And I get it.
A little bit.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's real easy to learn everything about someone from 30 seconds on the other side of a wall.
Well,
it's been about, a couple minutes.
Since we're on the conversation of your name, I can't really be shocked that I would take precautions.
We didn't fully understand how this contraption worked, so we didn't know if you were just going to run right in and punch our head off. So that's why she did the shield. We could bring it down.
Because I gotta be real, I can't take you in fisticuffs. I can't do it.
None of us could.
I don't think anything can.
You're a big dude.
If you decided that that's what you wanted to do.
I mean, we're offering your team members back here. We'd have to bring the wall down to do that.
Do we?
You're so focused on the title. Katil al-Rijal. That's what they call me. But my people call me, your people call me Slayer of Men.
Yes.
You put so much emphasis on names and titles.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell
Can't
from
argue
looking
that.
at you, you're not the prime mind anymore.
Nope.
No more than I am a Slayer.
Okay. I hear you.
So afraid of these titles.
I mean, you did just try to punch a hole through our friend and us a couple of times. So
Yeah, he apologized though.
he did.
Plug yourself into one of those and try to stop it from happening.
I believe you.
No, we fully understand.
No,
I'm just saying we didn't know what was going to
Precautionary.
happen.
That's what I'm saying. I took precautions.
Does it. So,
Ask any of your traveling companions how they feel about you. You'll know the difference between us.
I mean, I'd like to think everybody that is a part of my team likes me.
And do you have ambitions of being the champion of your species?
No.
That is the difference between you and her. If you want to be better than the rest, you have to be willing to do what it takes. And for her, one child's life for the survival of your species was worth it. More so when she was not the one that would have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If my intention was to cut you down, I would have gone around the wall.
True. Okay.
Now there are cities to protect. I will be taking the bag.
Okay.
You should destroy that thing before you accidentally use it.
Do you think you could? Because we were just talking about it, and we don't know if we can break it. I mean, we can do like a little toss in the air. You could just punch it.
The risk is too great. I will turn it to face the earth. And I will destroy it then.
Okay.
All right.
When it is destroyed, do not rebuild it. It's not worth it.
No intention to. You.
He'll walk over.
Not me. I don't want to do it. But like, weren't you already kind of looking at it like you were gonna do that?
No. I was trying to figure out how to deconstruct
He'll
it.
pluck
Right.
the
so that
master
you can
ball.
put it back together and make it better.
He'll put it face down.
The mastery ball.
Yeah.
I mean, if we know D.
Whoa!
MMB.
Okay. He will put the master ball facing the earth.
I'm gonna call out Bang so that Bang can watch him do this.
Okay.
Just because why not?
Sure.
Bang's gonna get jazzed up.
He's like joins in.
Yeah, the Urshifu
This is his
will...
moment. Stop.
He will look at Bang. Hello, little brother.
Oh, ayo.
Observe the heights you can rise to when your trainer doesn't care if you survive.
But I obviously I care a lot.
Just need to grab 30 d12s.
Grab 55 dice. Add them all up. Multiply by 20.
Well, as long as he hits, it's a crit.
And that's a quarter of the damage that he does.
Okay.
Is it destroyed?
He slams both of his fists into the Master Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this weird, like, surge of electricity that's kind of shooting out. The ball itself starts to bleed. And he just continues to pummel it into the ground.
Gross.
Before finally you hear it crack. And the two halves just sort of separate. And the only thing that failed was the hinge.
Mm.
So now
So
it's
the-
completely separated, like the top and the bottom portion.
It is in two halves. There's a slight dent in the top.
Uh-huh.
And the hinge itself is all that failed.
That's crazy.
Oh. So the rest, it's intact otherwise, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. It won't function.
Yeah.
But-
But it's not like
Yeah.
in pieces.
Your people used the strongest material they could find.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
Maybe you guys should.
That. And he'll point to the field of stones.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should take a half, and we'll take a half, and that way, if we never see each other again, the two halves will never be close to each other anymore.
These terms are agreeable.
Do you want the top half or the bottom half?
I will take the one
Are
that
you
has...
a top or bottom?
Tommy Daddy.
This will tell me everything I need to know about the Slayer of Men.
Yeah, well, how do you, he's not a slayer in the traditional sense.
Slay Queen. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
He will take the top half of the ball. The one that has
Okay.
the like matrix hook.
I see, now I fully understand.
The bottom part is literally just like a traditional
Yeah.
bottom part of a ball. There's nothing special to it other than the material it's made of.
Okay.
The part on top is the thing that could literally rewire something. If it was just hooked back up,
Wow. All right.
you could just reconnect it and it would work.
So I could put it I could put that top part with a completely normal Pokeball and it would work.
Which is exactly why he's taking that part.
Okay.
If you're going to offer it to him, he's going to make sure that nobody can ever use this again. You'll just have the really strong part of a ball.
Well,
That's fair.
better hide it somewhere
How big is it?
good before you turn into a crystal.
Like
Size
a
of a
normal
normal
size ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm cool with him having it. I mean, he's been encased in that thing for 40 years.
Longer.
400.
He'll look at... he just looks
Somewhere
at
in
Bang.
between.
He looks at Bang. Stay well, little brother. Fight on. Do not let them grind you down. Then he'll turn to leave with the bag of all of his friends.
Does he like cool guy doesn't look at explosion walk away or does he like sprint off?
No, he just starts walking away.
Oh.
But as he's walking, he just sends out each of the team members and then crushes the ball behind him.
Perfect.
You see a huge Venusaur hit the field, a Clawitzer, a Blissey, a Dragapult, and a Turtonator. They walk off into the distance.
Into the sunlight.
As you hear the Urshifu's very low but resonant voice just carrying through the field as he explains that no one owns them anymore and no one ever will again.
Great ball!
Jesus.
And you're dead.
Could you imagine?
What a way to go.
We would all, the three of us, just be like, oh my god, this is how you die. And we have no Ambrosias left.
I'm a pirate. I'm a pirate.
You have to
I
shove
wanna be a
the,
pirate. I want to be a pirate.
you have to shove the thing in your chest.
As he's throwing it back, he
Oh shit!
I was laughing because you guys were like, "Yeah, what if we just caught him, dude?" And I had just explained to someone on the Discord like how catch mechanics work, and I was like, "Yeah, I mean they have to be at low hit points, they have to want to join your team, and they have to have like had a pretty good interaction with you in the past." I'm like, they're like, "Yeah, we just gotta roll like an 85, we'll catch him." I go,
it'd have to
No.
be hundies.
you would have to
Honeys.
reduce them to 0, and even then, there's like a 4% chance you'd get them.
Yeah.
I was like, you can try, but
Yeah.
stranger things have occurred.
For sure. No, that would never be my intention.
Yeah.
They're too jacked up.
But off they go. You are left with a field of various source stones. There are multiple of each type, just lingering. But Milo Rooter,
Yeah.
as you brought these into existence, feel free to correct me if I am wrong, but I would imagine you would remove the corruptive tendencies of the stones that you would bring into being.
Yeah, I mean, if that's
Corrupt.
that's a thing.
These were made by you
Yeah.
in a moment of panic and inspiration.
Yes.
So if you were to bring about the creation of new source stones, ones that would function like the one that you and Wadsworth carry, so as not to irrevocably corrupt their bearer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If that is your will,
You can't do it because you're normal. No.
there are some...
I already did it though.
Yeah. There are
Before I was
some
normal.
Guardians spots that are currently wide open. I will remind the party, guardianship is not something to be taken lightly. Look at Howl and Growl. Had Growl reached the stone first, it would have eviscerated him.
Growl.
Yes.
Howl did reach it first.
No, had Growl reached it first, it would have eviscerated him. Howl reached it first, and because Growl was there, the two of them were able to both survive, but it ripped Howl in half. So having a quote-unquote a strong creature pick up a stone is not necessarily a guarantee. What I'm throwing out is you have a water stone and you give it to Moonraker, there is a strong chance it just rips him in half.
That's cool. That's really
Wow.
This is not
Child's
Nubster.
play.
This is not Nubster or Manny bearing a chunk of a stone.
cool. Yeah.
Right.
This
Yeah,
is the
this
whole
This is
big mamma
this
jamma.
is the responsibility of protecting part of an element.
Right.
The Firestone has been without guardianship for a long time. The Firewalker and until recently Howl were just watching over it.
Does that mean
The Steelix was helping to watch over it, but there hasn't been a strong enough fire type to tame what is typically seen as the out of control element.
is it harder to tame the longer it doesn't have a guardian?
Yes. That is why Mortar's first interaction with it was so negative. It's because he was so little and that stone was dormant for so long, it poured all of its energy it could into him.
into a literal tiny creature.
And that's why he went like full Manchurian Candidate, was just ready to kill, didn't listen to anybody.
Right.
Echo Bravo Charlie Lima Delta.
The numbers. What do they mean? So, you have a field of stones to assign.
Nobody took any with them. Like the Venom Queen didn't take any poison ones with.
What I'm getting at is these are not the same. So the stones that they are guarding
Yeah.
are the stones that they're guarding. If you go to the
I
Venom
understand
Queen and
that,
you get a
but they
poison
didn't
thing,
also take it.
no, these
Okay.
are not theirs to take.
Okay.
They have their spires to guard.
Yeah, every time that somebody went over there, you slap their hand.
No touch.
This is
No
not for
touch.
you.
But you have these stones that will need to be dispersed at some point throughout the world. Because as we know, they can affect the landscape.
Yeah.
Could open up a shop.
But as you also know, there's about an 80 square mile block of the region that is arid and desolate right now. That could really use some terraforming.
Sure. Okay.
It's also worth noting if someone like Claremont was to lift one of these, it is safe to do so.
Okay.
But if Claremont was like, I'm going to attune to the Firestone,
Then
it
it
would
would.
just immolate him.
Okay.
It is still a thing you have to actively try to do.
Okay. Okay.
No?
Just don't take it lightly.
Yes.
How big are these?
They're massive. The reason I throw out Claremont is the only one I can think of right now whose strength is enough that I would allow him to try.
What about Powder Keg?
Powder Keg could lift it, but like the process of carrying it is still going to be rather laborious.
Arduous.
Yes. So they could carry it together.
Yeah.
That's not an issue. But
They'd have to take a break every like 5 steps.
Like Jesus bearing the cross.
Depending on what kind of stone they're carrying. What?
Did you not hear that?
I did, but like, why? Yeah, so if Claremont and Powder Keg were to try to carry the Firestone,
okay.
if they didn't insulate themselves from it, it would cause burns. If they try to bring the Grass Stone, it would be difficult terrain for them. If they try to bring the Water Stone, they're going to be waterlogged and heavier than normal. All of these stones are going to be exerting their elemental will. But yes, there is... Part of why I'm also bringing this up and breaking this down so immensely is you are now in the presence of the only fairy and dark stones that exist on the planet.
True.
Damn.
And the dark stone in front of you is, as we may or may not remember, not one born of fear, but just an absence of light.
Yes.
So this is a stone of darkness, but not dark energy and fear. The Guardian made it that way.
Is there a flying stone now?
There is a flying stone now.
Interesting.
There are more than one of each stone. There is more than one of each stone. There are multiples of each. Including but not limited to solar and lunar. Those are still types that exist. Especially in the cosmos.
Oof.
Lunar.
The solar and lunar stones were present at the sort of gate of sealing where the champion was. They are present in your world, whether you like them or not.
Lunar's not bad. The egg queen lady just made it bad.
So here's some backstory I don't think we've got fully into. The Lunarch, the thing that was in the moon, was just a lunar.
Trying to hatch.
Yes, was a lunar guardian, as other guardians were at one point. It was just doing its thing, protecting.
Power hungry.
It started to try to like become the new like god of everything, like the antler stag being. It's like, I want to be the god over everybody. And
with mooniness.
Yeah, well, no, like in general, like over all
but
elements.
using my moonness.
Yes. And the stag god went, no, and did the beta test of the Ring of Stones jail thing, and that was the moon. The moon was its
catching
prison.
It in the moon.
Correct.
I see.
And it's been in there stewing and getting stronger and trying to become a god till it got to the point where it had the ability and do that and succeed.
I don't know if you got far enough in Final Fantasy XIV to see like what they did. I don't even remember the area, but it's like it's not Azaslaw.
The Cargo Flats, yeah.
You know what I'm
where
thinking
they're
of.
Sealing away.
No, where you have the 3. There was the red, the green, and the yellow primals, and they're slumbering and they're locked away and they're chained up.
Yeah.
But then they have the guards watching, and then they're just getting tempered from being nearby.
Yeah.
That's what the Lunarch is doing. The Lunarch is just emitting a corruptive influence subconsciously.
Lunacy?
Yeah.
Yep. Literally.
Yep.
No pun there. That's literally yes.
Yeah. But because it got such a foothold on your world, it was able to build an emissary to send down to actually communicate.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you end up with a Prime Mind Kaz situation.
Right.
You've got the Prime Mind locked away. You've got Kaz who goes, oh, I'm going to take the more radical elements of your teachings. I'm going to take it too far.
So was the Pillar Prison another, like, attempt at just, like, how can I lock things away, too?
The Pillar Prison is to put it in terms that will make sense, it is a move that the Stag Goddess can do to you.
Imprisonment.
It is called banishment.
Oh.
There is no save. You're gone.
Right.
Bye.
It also has judgment, which if you exist and it knows about you, it can delete you from existence.
Just Control Alt Delete.
Which is why it doesn't get involved with anything. And there was a huge.
Those are the only 2 things it does?
Yeah, it creates and it destroys.
Oh, I see.
It cannot influence. It can only create or destroy, which is why it doesn't get involved. Because I'm going to clear this up again because there's some of you that are in the Discord. When Lord Ridgemont told Phoebe, hey, tell Bentley maybe don't invoke those runes for a while.
Yeah.
You probably don't want her knowing who you are. Everybody took that as, oh, she's blaming Bentley for being tricked by the Oni. It's not the case. Hey, your world is in flux right now.
And you're drawing attention
And
by
if you
constantly.
and if you were like, "Ooh, get
Help.
involved," you don't want her getting involved. That's the whole reason Ridgemont never stepped into this conflict to begin with. Is if
Why? 'Cause
those
that's like
beings start stepping in and influencing, she will show up.
Oh, I see.
And she is indiscriminate with who she will banish. Because she is not the god of your people. She's the god of Pokemon and the earth. You are just a creature living on it. So any one particular human doesn't matter in that grand celestial scheme of things. That Stag Goddess will just show up, banish you, lock you away if you're causing problems.
Right.
But there are always casualties to doing that. You've got the whole area around where Blue and the Prime Mind were sealed away.
Yeah.
Where you have that just weird area of terraformed nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of the things that lived there are gone.
Yeah.
And that land won't ever really come back. Even though when you break that chain, it all goes away. There is still a pocket of space somewhere
Just
with
weirdness.
living creatures and trees that are just locked out of space-time.
Right.
Demons.
Because when she gets involved, things get messy. So she doesn't unless she has to. But when the Lunarch is like, yes, I'm going to be the new god, it goes, honey, sit down, and puts her in the mood. Just to clear that up a little bit. Because that was all meant to be conveyed by like 2 sentences. And then I realized I had never explained how any of that was supposed to work to anybody. And then they all got mad at me for being like, that's not fair to blame Bentley for getting tricked by the Oni. I go, that's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is you don't want the Stag Goddess getting involved in every minor conflict. Hey, there's Moon Touched attacking Fola. Okay, I'll just judge Fola unworthy.
Yeah.
And then it's gone. Like, that's the level of solution that you're going to get.
No, we don't have to worry about it.
Yes. Because much like a sort of robotic decision maker, how do you keep Fola safe? Well, if you blow it up, you don't have to worry about it. It's a lot easier. Because on a celestial scale, oh, it's a city built by humans. Who cares? They'll build another one. They'll bounce back. They'll figure it out.
Or they won't, and then they suck anyway.
Or they won't, and then that's why the Scions are also very distrusting of people. Most specifically, the Snake of Stones. That dude hates humanity. Because all they do is they drill down into the earth, they cause problems, and he's the guardian of it. And they just disrespect his space, and then they modified his dad. So there are reasons for why the Scions don't like you. Yeah. And then you've got a bunch of kids that show up at his door, knock, knock, I want some powers. And they're unattended by anyone other than the father of Drakes, who he also doesn't really care for. Oh, you have your Drakes, you have a mountain in the sky. I don't care. Go away. Like, this isn't your domain. A lot of the Scions don't get involved with each other because they don't like each other. Because if they start to collude, they might get locked away. Because no one element can have more power than the other. So you have to maintain that balance. That's very important. I bring this up because you now have 3 of every stone in existence in a field that need to be dispersed evenly around the region at some point or another and be assigned guardians at one point or another.
I don't even know if it's like...
It's a very long-winded explanation, but I'm also not even saying this is the TOT's responsibility. This is just globally...
A thing that needs to happen.
These things need to get out of this field and put somewhere else, and someone needs to watch over them. Because otherwise, they're just going to start to terraform together, and if you put everything in one place, you're going to end up with nothing left.
Fun.
Good.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I know that was 45 minutes of lecturing, but I want to make sure that that was very clear, because there were a lot of confused folks in the comments at this point, like 6 months ago. But it's fresh for me, so I want to make sure I cover it. Make sure it makes sense. But yeah, that's that on that.
All right. Slayer men taken care of. Urshifu. I'm going to take his title away because apparently he doesn't like it. Sorry.
You want a new one?
He's like, no, I hate titles. Stop.
What if it's just something like
Poppy
innocuous,
Panda.
like puppeteer?
He said he hates titles.
Yeah.
Fine, the titleless.
Fine.
Yeah, but what do I call you? Like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but if like you had to put a label on it, like, what are you?
Yeah.
So
I'm a murderer.
yourself? Do you refer to yourself as something?
Yeah.
No, they just call themselves we or I. That's all they are. They don't have like, or they're like this one.
Doesn't help if I'm trying to find you.
Yeah.
I need this one.
It doesn't want to be found.
Who is it?
Yeah, they don't want to be found.
What time of day it is because we had the meeting at midnight.
It's a nap time.
It's like 2 a.m.
God, all
At
that
the latest.
happened within 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was the
Because of-
longest 2 hours of my life.
Yeah. You've had a very busy, very important late night for everyone involved.
I'm gonna pull out my privateer pad, see if there's any messages from my dad in a panic or anything.
Given how late it is, no.
Thank God.
He slept through your initial message and it's 2 a.m.
Perfect. I just want to double check.
Papa, I'm going to be slain. And then 2 hours later, you're like, he left me on red.
No, I just want to make sure that he wasn't like, fuck you, kid. So.
I hope you do.
Jesus. So what are we doing now? It's 2 a.m. We're in the middle of the field with 80 large blocks of rock.
I don't know.
60 rock blocks.
Heck yeah.
You got your phone on you?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it for a second?
Sure.
I'm gonna call Rosalie until she answers.
I mean, we could just leave the rocks here, right? Because things that aren't worthy will pretty quickly figure out that that's not something they should be messing with.
Oh, I don't want them necessarily messing with the land either, though.
That'll take some time, to be fair. But
yeah.
this 100% agree with you. It's not a good thing to leave
Let the
for later.
stones just terraform it. They'll figure it out.
No.
Nope.
That's not how that works.
Why not? Says who? We
Well,
don't know
we
how
can
it
leave them
works.
for now, right?
You just made those.
We don't have to like drag them somewhere right away.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, you call Rosalie until she answers.
Yes.
All right. It takes
So
probably
rude.
like 2 phone cycles.
Okay.
There's just a Porygon. Wake up.
Yep.
Get up, answer your phone. This is the future of technology. Aren't letters much more polite?
Yeah.
How would you rate this call?
Less disruptive.
You call Rosalie.
If you guys just like want to go get ice cream or something, that's fine.
I mean, I always want to go get ice cream.
I'm
It's
good.
2 in the morning.
Yeah.
There's
what are you
gotta be a
talking about,
24
Milo?
hour
Ice
ice
cream's,
cream shop.
ice cream's better in the middle
There's
of the
not
night.
a
Yeah.
24
Have you never
hour.
had
This
middle
is
of the
not,
night ice cream?
There's gotta be a
This
24
isn't the Big
hour,
Apple.
Well, there's gonna be like a rest stop, 24-hour gas station
That's
type grocery
disgusting.
store.
You're
They're
gonna roll
have
up to
ice cream.
Vanillex and be like, Anthony, I know you run this place by yourself, but
Yeah.
it is
You
2
never
a.m.
know.
and I have the hunger.
Yeah, you never know.
I need tasty
I've had a
treats.
stressful last few hours. I need a treat.
And he's like, I hear you, but it's 2 o'clock. Come back at 7. Okay. You call Rosalie until she answers.
Yes.
She is
So
not
rude.
sleeping.
Oh.
She instead looks like she's doing some late night repairs on the streets of Fola.
Nice.
What's up?
Good evening. I know it's late. I apologize. I'm gonna get right to it because
She's like, it's just bags under the eyes. She goes, I've been up.
So I'm thinking now might be a good time to call the Quiver. Because is this a video call or is this just audio?
It's a video call.
Then I'll go
you
into
each have a Porygon
just-
like holding a phone.
I'll go
up.
into selfie mode and like we got a lot of these. Yeah. So you may have noticed the sky booming.
Yeah.
I
assume that was
long story
someone that we're familiar with.
Long story short, the moon is no longer a threat. We believe invasions will still occur, but we have all of these stones now to distribute across the region, knowing that these are of the stronger variety, could affect nearby landscapes and creatures, and we need to move them to appropriate areas. And seeing as that we have not been on the planet or have near the experience that the Quiver has, they might be better suited to make these decisions.
Well, you're right about one thing. And she'll also enter selfie mode, and you just see the ravaged thoroughfare outside the Fola the Fola power plant. And the large venous body of the creature that you guys ran from. Rightfully so.
Disgusting.
Yes.
There are currently two of those large creatures in that lane, and you see two more off in the distance, kind of just like laid out on various streets.
Oh.
And an entire city block is just smoldering.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna stop anytime soon. I think we still have heck of a fight ahead of us. But
I agree.
if our new queen won't be joining us, I imagine things might get a little easier.
I'm hoping so.
Knock
but
on, knock.
Yeah.
It is all metal. There's no wood.
Given that
Got
you
nothing
know,
here.
you guys in general
Joke.
agree with maintaining the balance of the region, I figure it might behoove us to rely on you guys for where these might go, and they might also assist with repair efforts or regrowing the areas to the east that are no longer there.
All right. Well, I'll reach out and I'll get in touch with your mom tomorrow and see if we can send out a new array of messages. See if we can get everyone together. See who's left, should say. Hopefully everyone's
Word.
still kicking.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Thank you. I'm
cool.
glad that you're okay and that Fola looks like it is still standing.
She goes, yeah, if it wasn't for Blue, I don't think we would be.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I owe her more than I can express.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D's on the opposite side of that phone, just looking at me like, yikes.
Don't tell her.
So,
Don't tell her.
good luck with those repairs, and we will chat soon. I appreciate everything you do. Good luck. Bye.
She's like, all right, bye. Just goes back to welding. As a little Porygon is like, how was your reception?
It was great. Good job.
Amazing. Jumps back in.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So how long is that gonna take?
Well, send them out at first light, I guess. If my mom sends the Pidgeots out,
Yeah.
and that way they can kind of, as a group, distribute these, and then we can focus on more pressing stuff for us to prepare.
That's fair. Oh. I still gotta go find those frickin' sea monsters.
Yeah, are there any even left? They were kind of absorbed by the...
Well, those two
Yeah.
are gone. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely eviscerated.
Yeah.
There should be 5 more.
deleted.
Is that your new catchphrase?
Fully
You've been
deleted.
deleted.
Yep.
Deleted.
Copyrighted. Yeah, there should be like 5 left. So, never know. Maybe I can talk to these things and maybe they can assist with what's to come, but from the water side. If I can have a civil conversation with monstrosities. So, that'll be a interesting thing to have.
Maybe since they have some information about how we fight, like some of it's been uploaded.
Hmm.
Maybe you terraform that area into like a water area and they're not expecting it, and then you bring like the creatures that they would be expecting to fight like out at sea over there, you know?
Throw them off.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
terraforming takes time though. I don't think that's what we have.
I'm also like kind of hoping that because it's leveled, they just leave it alone.
Well, they could. I just feel like they're on every inch.
Yeah. Well, I think they won there, and so that's what the big vein thing was the remnants of that. Like when I flew over it, it was Mayburn was gone,
Yeah.
and all the bodies were like mushing together into that vein thing, and then that just steamrolled over to Fola and took out Summerbury on the way, and then Katamari'd itself all the way over there.
Goddamn.
So I think in their mind they've like already won over there,
Right.
you know?
So then they wouldn't be expecting a fight over there.
Yeah, hopefully they just leave it alone. Maybe we can send things there to Hide.
We're gonna
'Cause they
build our
won't go.
headquarters in the
Where
first
they
place blew
least
up.
expect it.
At ground zero.
Yeah.
What's up?
Think we just sleep, get some shut eye, start fresh in the morning.
in 3 hours.
We can sleep in one day.
Yeah, I think
you've earned it. You wake up at like noon, and I don't think anybody would look at you weird and be like, "Really? You're sleeping that late?" Be like, "I switched moons last night, man. I can sleep for a week."
Yeah, I'm good to rest.
we just gonna camp out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we
Rest,
should leave them
rest.
unattended.
That's fair.
Rest.
I could take first watch unless you want to.
No, you got it.
Okay.
It's fine.
A wolf with green eyes will
Oh, yeah.
finally kind of break his silence. Head over as the Venom Queen is like, "So the festivities are done. You are getting rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forgot you were still here. I thought you left a while ago. My
I
apologies.
have been listening
Okay.
in case I could be of assistance.
Yeah.
Been wonderful.
I will return to the mountain."
Think about what we said too and converse with the other scions. I don't want this to be a power grab for land, but if there's anywhere that, like, we need to have work together, like maybe you and whoever the grass scion ends up being can, like, maybe you guys can have a shared plot of land with 2 stones or something, and I don't
It
know,
is
stew on it.
beyond my place to say. However, there is a large lake to the north in need of purity.
This is true.
Yeah.
The river nearby is so toxic, even I would not drink from it.
Mm.
That's saying something.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah. Noted. Appreciate it.
Well,
Safe
Should we go purify
travels.
it? Let's go purify it. Let's go put in a giant Brita filter.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend whoever takes up that mantle takes the seat of the former.
Oh.
'Kay.
Okay.
I have said all I will say.
Fair enough. Fare thee well, creepy crawly.
That's-
have fun.
That's her thing. She never says goodbye. She just goes, "This conversation is done." Just leaves.
Well, I like it.
That's why we love her. We stan.
All right then.
All right.
Yeah.
Right? Your goal's just
Yeah.
catch some much needed
Yeah.
sleep.
I'll
I'm
reconvene
sleeping
with all
so
the
hard.
Okay. He'll just kind of walk over, give everybody a nod and a look,
How do you do?
and he'll kind of bamf back. So you did it.
To the best that I could. Yeah. It seems like not all of these space-time tears were closed, but
Well, I mean, for what it's worth, that might be one that leads home for me.
yeah, I was actually gonna ask that.
I will keep an eye out, but also I will keep an eye on a lot of you for tonight.
Okay.
All I found were names of people who have done this before,
Okay.
but they all seem to be dead.
Oh. Okay.
But
Oh, what names do you have? I'm curious if they differ from mine.
there are statues near your capital, your big city.
Uh-huh.
There is Elmar.
Yeah. Pollen.
Yes, there is someone named started with R. Rudy. Says he's from somewhere else.
Okay.
And
Ruse.
yes, Pollen. I do not know this ruse.
Oh, it wasn't Ruse?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Introduce himself as Rudy.
Oh, as a person
Yes.
that you met?
Yes.
Oh, and they're from somewhere else?
Well, he says he is. But
Okay.
he looks just like you, so it is hard to say.
Maybe.
He works by the statues of these people.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the guy that is the guy that got the pamphlets and stuff from.
Yes, he is running like a gift shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, okay.
He says he is one of these people that jumps,
Okay.
but he does not give any details, so
Okay.
it is hard to say. I do not believe him, but I will pass the information along.
Okay.
Congratulations, Mutahadith Kathir. Though I think that title you have perhaps outlived.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that. If you do sense that any of these would take you back home and that is your wish, let me know and we can find a way to get you there.
For now, you should all sleep. You look like you have saved the world.
Okay.
I will be nearby, just in case.
Alrighty.
D will probably stay up for a few hours. Like
Okay.
2 hours before he probably just inevitably passes out. But in that downtime, he'll have Haka come, or Haka's been out, but it's been like, I'll be right here, and kind of sit across from him and look at him, and just kind of think about what the Urshifu was saying about power, and you have to do terrible things with them or whatever. Ring those words kind of just hitting D harder, and look at Haka and just go, "We're good, right?" Like, okay. Just wanna make sure you don't see me as like a controlling.
Are you
controlling
giving him
you?
the ability to talk back, or are you just asking?
No, yeah, I'm having a
I'm in a
conversation.
position of power, sorry.
Only if he says what I want him to say.
Only if I want to hear it.
I'm totally having like this conversation openly with him.
Don't hurt my feelings. Don't hurt you.
He's like, nah, dude.
Okay.
We're chill.
Well, I know that Urshifu kind of said some crazy things, so I just want to make sure that you don't feel that it's...
Nah, dude. Listen, man. He was hurting.
Yeah.
Hurting bad.
Hurt people.
You're too smart for me, buddy.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, okay. Well, as long as you and I are good, and you think everybody else that tags along with us,
Nah, dude, we're good, man. We're good.
okay.
We fight because we want to.
Good.
I mean, look at Neek. You could send him out to fight. I don't think he'd listen to you. Probably run away.
I hope he would run away.
Bro, I'd make sure he got out of there. Don't
Okay.
you worry about that.
Good.
Love that little guy.
Me too. Alrighty, well. Moon's gone.
Oh,
Ish.
sick.
Yeah. Milo did it.
Suck it, Moon.
So we got a lot more coming up though in the coming month or so. So
Well, hey,
I'm gonna need you there.
I'll be there.
Let's do this, buddy. But in the meantime, let's get some R&R and chill out. I think we're good to pass out because on Lemir's by.
He's like, get some reps. All right.
No, rest.
Reps on repetition.
And I'm assuming All Lemire said that he's gonna be the one keeping watch, so we can all.
Yep. He will
Conk out.
be nearby, keeping an eye on you.
Okay. Yeah.
Because says somebody should look after the saviors of the universe.
Yeah. I'll just kind of chill with Hako for a little bit, and then I'll eventually
Okay.
peter out.
All right. Well, unless anybody would like to handle anything through the night,
I'm good.
your night will pass uneventfully. Because you've got a scary wolf keeping watch over you, and no normal critter out in the world is going to approach a field of 60 stones of pure power. They just kind of emit this energy of like, not today, Chief.
Except for one Weedle.
One Weedle's like, I'm going for that poison stone. I'm going to get bug powers like you wouldn't believe. Wow! Just gets turned into
This is the
webbing.
fate he
Freaking
chose.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey the Weedle.
Jeffrey the Hungry.
Jeffrey
That was his battle name?
That was his title, since we're giving everything titles this episode.
Jeffrey the Hungry, and he's
No, we're
he's
getting
just
rid of
a-
titles in this episode.
He's just an orc.
Well, he's
from
no longer
Shadow
hungry
of
or
Mordor.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey the Hungry. I'm in for power. Wow.
Alrighty.
Otherwise, you guys come to probably around like 11.
Yeah.
Sun's kind of beating down on you, but it's still pretty cold out there. You have a relatively uncomfy night out in the field camping, but honestly, you're so exhausted mentally and or physically. You just kind of sleep through it.
Should we? So what are we doing? How do we know that the letters were sent?
Let me take a gander. I will get a stride bullet, fly up a little bit, see if I can see communications. I know
Behold
it's
the
11,
mailbirds.
so they've probably are already well on their way to their destinations. But we're relatively close-ish to Ambercrag, aren't we? Like,
You guys are in the fields, like, just south of it.
okay, so if we fly up and see like their coops and pens, do they look relatively empty?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, looks like we're well underway.
With your 35 passive perception. The birds
My
are gone.
brand.
I can see everything. I see the whole world.
So, yeah, I think we agree with the Venom Queen on purifying the lake. So
Yeah,
for sure, one of those goes there. And,
100%.
Um,
Be like one lake, one ocean. There's no other bodies of water, are there here?
Other than the Green River and its various tributaries, no. You got Lake Lahana, which flows into the Green River, which flows into the sea.
maybe we can give one of them because Remy survived, right?
Remy survived.
Yeah, and it can like keep his house afloat and purify Wadalanga, and they can just keep watching that one.
Yeah. Then we put 2 in the sea.
3 for extra measure.
I will-
we
there's
have
only
3
3.
I will
total.
cast this into the sea.
I trust your
Sure.
judgment on the other 2. If we agree on the one,
Yeah, no. One to the lake.
You are way more experienced and equipped with water than I.
Aquaman.
I think you keep 1 near the port. 1 in the lake, like we agreed upon, and then 1 probably deeper out to sea. Are they all relatively the same size?
Each one is relatively the same size, and as Milo will be able to tell you, each one requires ideally a human and a Pokemon
Guardian.
to watch over them together, making sure that neither side
Yeah.
does anything
Crazy.
sussy ever again.
Although Evangeline did not survive, correct?
She lived.
Oh, she did?
Evangeline
Okay.
survived.
The Feraligator did not.
Yes, the Feraligator is...
Because
I-
he was the part of the stone.
Yes, I trust
He was
Remy
killed
to...
in the aftershocks.
I trust Remy to have another suitable Pokemon that he would trust to do that role for that stone.
And Remy's still in the hospital, correct?
Remy is still in hospital,
Okay.
But we can go debrief him on that.
for
Yeah.
he did not receive...
I don't want to just
special
give that to him and
ambrosia.
being like, hey, you did it once before, here's it again.
Yeah.
So,
I found him arm.
I just feel like, at least right now, in dire times, he'll be willing to at least minimally temporarily do it
Mhm.
for the coming days.
You gotta pull your weight, Remy.
He wakes up.
This again?
I quit!
My watch is ended, man. I died for this.
Leave me alone.
As pessimistic as he's been, I feel like maybe we can try to reinvigorate Jax, because he's got a pretty good team.
yeah.
And Lunar type is weak to fire, and if we can be like, hey, here's a new stone in need of a new guardian, and maybe we can hype him up. I feel like Xantha is going to prove pivotal in this fight because they have
100%.
the strength to the typing.
Yeah.
And if he's just like, I'm worthless, take me, and then Typhlosion gets moon touched, then
He just walks out into a field.
screw us all.
We should probably go check up on him because last time we saw
Don't
him
have a
was
minute.
a while ago and he was
Yeah.
in rough shape.
But now that I'm saying it out loud, maybe each of the Quiver,
Takes 1.
yeah.
Probably a good idea.
But isn't Rosalie already doing that with Ampharos and Vileplume?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
But why not another? If they have one to power pylons.
Magneton. But
Yeah. If they
Let's
have one...
not
Oh, really?
If they take another
Together.
electric one to power pylons and stuff.
Yeah.
Just
then
forget
soup it
about
up.
Magneton.
yeah.
Well, I knew of Magneton. I
Yeah.
ran her.
Yeah. She's got
Yet you
3, but
forgot
the
so
steel
easily.
one is so minimal.
Yeah.
That
That's
it's
why I was
barely-
like, because her little hair clip only has the yellow and green. So that's
Yep.
why I
Yeah.
didn't
That has
think
yellow
about
and
it.
green. The Ampharos has the yellow on the ball of its tail, and the Vileplume has the Source Stone inside its flower.
Yeah.
And then the
Flower.
Magneton is just sort of infused.
Yeah.
Creepy Deirdre can take a ghost one.
Yeah.
Yanush can take an ice one.
I mean, to be fair, she also already kind of has one.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have
She
two.
she got multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd be like, "Ooh,
can have
I
two.
am a boo
Yeah,
ghost." and
she
just
freaks
takes
me
all the
out.
ghosts.
Okay. Yeah.
Boogity boogity boogity.
So what, do we just wait here until, we can figure out how to special delivery these things?
Well, that's what I was kind of getting to Rosalie, to have them come get their respective
you
ones.
gotta bring your own transport.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta figure it out.
But
buyer to
I
collect.
want them to have kind of like a UN meeting here to figure out where they go.
You
But
gotta
I
transport
feel like
it.
we should be there to delegate.
Yeah, we
as
can
like
be
a
here to
partial-
help.
partial, yeah.
I just I want to hear their ideas because
Okay.
they know way more than we do. We've got 60 of these
Yeah.
to divvy up.
Okay.
It's so many stones.
Yeah, I will throw it out there because it's been mentioned many times in the past that if you failed with your stone, you can't have it back.
Huh?
But I want to make it very well known these stones are not of the same cloth as those.
Yes.
Meaning, if you have failed in the past to protect a stone, you could try again with these.
Of the same type or
But
of something
didn't you also
different?
say that they would probably just kill us?
Yeah.
If you gave it to a Pokemon that's not strong enough to
It's not
control
ready.
it, yes.
Right.
So basically no little bebes.
Yes.
Like if Drip walked up to the water and was like,
If you put Drip on the water stone, the same thing that happened to Mortar would happen, and there's a strong chance he just doesn't pull through. Because he doesn't
Nah, I
have the
think you
life
guys are
experience to bring it back.
Downplaying the power of Drip.
Well,
He's been in that mansion for a long time.
He's been swimming laps for...
a long time.
Ruby has
Months.
been feeding him creatine.
we come in,
He's a Blastoise,
Yeah.
but he's still like
He's
6
still
inches
tiny.
tall.
Yeah. Oh my god. He's so
Blastoise.
cute.
He's living
so
Brigsby
cute.
Bear. They're like, the air is poison, you can't leave. And he just swims laps in the middle.
Exactly.
That would be the
Yeah.
cutest.
Be crazy.
But just to throw that out there, every stone ideally needs a human and a beast watching over it.
Blastoise
if
watching
somebody
it.
is to take it, does that mean that they have to be there at all times, like with that Pokemon?
You have to protect it.
Yeah, it's your responsibility
So
to watch over
however
it
you
in some way.
decide to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That's
so
fine.
Are you a good guardian?
Yeah, well, because
Are you going to
you're being
fail?
judgmental.
Yeah.
well,
about
because
how
I'm
they
I'm
do
asking
their
for like,
guardianship.
for instance, let's say if we give Phoebe the
I'll take
ice
all
one,
60 stones. Let's not worry about
I'll
that.
just load me up, Chief.
like if we're to give you like the ice one,
Yeah.
and you use it
I turn into an
on
icy bitch.
Nubs.
You turn into
Oh my god.
you just become Frozen Elsa.
Like, does she have to stay in the mountains with it?
No, but you
leave it
It's your
open.
responsibility
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
watch over it.
Yeah.
And if you leave it, you'll end up with creatures like that cloister
Right.
that stumble upon a stone and go, "Oh, sick power," and they take some of it for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
You end up with situations like for the Venom Queen where she goes, "Hey, something took part of my stone." Like, what the heck, man?
You have stuff to deal with. You risk leaving it open.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It is
Yeah.
it is a constant kind of game of chess, keeping an eye on the things. There is a reason that the once and former grave tender broke his stone into so many pieces and gave them to specific people. It was so that he knew where to find them. So that he wasn't watching over one big stone. He was
Right,
watching
right.
over like 15 individuals. And being like, yeah, hey, you can reach out, we
Right.
can talk, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I can find you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And because you're not dead yet, I can make that happen. And when you pass through my gates, I'll get it back and I'll give it to someone else.
Interesting.
That's a cool way to look at it.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
So like you have options to do it, but again, if you break your stone into that many pieces, it limits your access to the power that it has.
Yeah.
Because you're taking one thing, giving it to 15 people. It's a collective.
Right.
You can give it to like 2 or 3 each, but that's a lot of math. You don't necessarily have to worry about the specifics. If you're like, I will watch over ice, you could take all 3 things and make one giant spire of ice. You can do that. But then it's going to really terraform that space. So if you take those 3 ice chunks to Ediola, they'll take root. It's already snowing up there all the time. You just put them out in the mountains.
Right.
Be fine.
Hiding in
There
plain
are
sight.
multiple ways to guard a stone. You
Yeah.
either put it where no one can get to it,
So quit judging, Milo.
or you make sure that someone's watching it. Ideally, both. You're a normal boy now. You have to deal with normal
Yep.
razzing.
Fine. Being honest, we could probably give one to Lucy and her Blastoise. Man, that thing's already a
Lucy, I'm
freaking.
home.
Are you proposing to Lucy with
Stop.
this or something?
Lucy.
Please.
Is
And
it
just that pronounce like a giant spire of.
Just show me spelling like prom, but in water source stones. Just an egregious misuse of power. Yeah, you've got
Can a ghost
options. You've
can
got
a
things.
ghost watch over the thing? Like if I give it to
Can a
my
ghost watch over
grandfather?
a ghost stone? Oh, if you gave it to like Perseus to watch over?
Yeah, if I
If
give
he wanted to do it. If you reunite him with Undertow. Who knows?
like he'd want that deal.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the most appetizing option there.
Yeah. It's an option though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing stuff.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm good to wait till they get here. I don't know if you guys want to discuss becoming one yourself. I particularly don't have that much interest in it, so I'm good to wait for them to like work stuff out.
I promised a Tide Color that I would handle the creatures, and in doing so, he said that I would be rewarded for it because I offered to take over after Remy and
For alligators.
Fraligator didn't work out. So
So is there like one of each? Or
There's
three of each one?
Yeah.
3 of
Yes.
each stone.
But we can fuse them to make like one mega one,
Mhm.
or
Right.
Basically, if you
Right.
leave them next to each other for too long, they'll
They'll
just
just do it
If
They'll
you
themselves.
just
have
grow
Mega
together.
Stone, okay,
Yeah.
we have to do that.
what do you
I
think,
want to get
CJ?
mega stoned.
It's over the course of like multiple years.
I don't know.
They'll start to like terraform and do stuff. It's not gonna be like instant, but if you put them all together, they're all gonna start that process at the same time,
Gonna fuse to one another.
and the land and start to alter it.
yeah.
In the
I might
sense that
change,
Xantha used to have grass.
I might
and is
change
now
my
has
mind
it.
in my 30s, but after this is done, I'd like to go back to living my life. for a bit.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to go to school.
I'm going dark.
I'm
Phoebe's
going
going off
dark.
the
As soon
grid.
as this battle's over, I'm.
Phoebe's gonna find a car and then hollow out a bunker in the trunk and
I-
just like just live underground.
I'm retiring.
You'll never find her.
Yeah.
Now that Crash kind of had his experience and died because of it, I don't know. Like,
Sir?
I'm like, I don't know. I'd like to do it, but also, I don't know.
Yeah, but you also have
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
now you have access to like the ghost one. Again.
That's kind of what I've been hinting at. So
Yeah.
like, if you want to go down that road again, you can, because these stones are less corruptive, but they are a little more exclusive.
I walk that ghostly road.
Yeah. We'll definitely think about it.
I'd be happy to take a water one, but it's something that I'd want to earn. It's not something that I just want to be given to me. So
Whatever you giveth,
Did you
I
not
take
earn
it.
it already, though? Doing all this stuff?
in my eyes, and D's eyes, no. He hasn't.
I don't know. I have to see.
But I'll definitely hang out here until everybody's convened together, and then I gotta go finish off because I'm a man of my word. I gotta take care of those monsters for.
I mean, I told you I'd do that with you. So.
You want to do that still?
Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
cool. That's something that we can do. And then, of course, everybody else is more than welcome to. But I know war is coming.
Mm.
This is my final. This is my final prep to
already here.
make sure.
It's true.
So,
It's already here.
and you never know. Maybe we'll come across a couple of moon things that we take care of on the way.
Could be.
Word.
Could be.
I think I'm just. I'm probably not gonna come with. I'll probably scout with crickets. To
That's
be
fine.
honest.
Cricket scouting.
Yeah.
We'll send letters.
Yeah.
Make sure that we're alive.
Yeah. That really sucks that we can't tell about them.
I can get you a tablet probably.
Okay.
So that way we can talk back and forth. Yeah.
All
Mhm.
right. Yeah. They can live update.
Speaking of, then I will go to the water.
Okay.
I will ask the siren that she can let the ship free, knowing that there is no more impending doom coming, and if she could actually. No, I don't want to do that. I was like, just bring my dad here. He's gonna see all this and be like, what the hell? So never
What
mind.
did you do, dude?
Load it up on the boat.
Yeah, that's what I don't want. I'm like, I trust him, but I don't know if I trust him that much.
Mm.
I trust him, but only kind of.
Yeah. Well, he already came in contact with the fighting one.
Heyo.
So, yeah, I'll tell the siren that the boat is free to go.
Acknowledged.
All right. If we're just gonna wait, then for flavor, I'm gonna check out my team's new abilities
Yeah.
in person.
Yeah.
While we wait.
Re-examine your team.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
How are you going to do that?
Huh?
How are you going to do that? You're just going to look at him and be like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just check out their new moves, and they're bigger and all that stuff.
Grotesque
Because
underbite on this.
See the drills they've been running. I haven't seen them in a while.
So who's evolved? Just so I know, as Devin.
Monty
Yeah,
is a mercrane.
I love that name. That is dope.
Violet's the same. Howell has refused and is himself again. Arjan is a Quilava chef.
Nice.
Derby, Gus, and Wesley are the
Doug Trios.
Derbco.
Derby Corp.
Wadsworth and Bullet are the same. Titania is the same as you guys saw her. Atticus is the same. Eunice is a Flaffy. Moonraker's the same. Shimmer's the Fletchinder, and Boomer is the same.
Cool.
Which one's Boomer?
The Trumpy.
Kaka-dude.
Caca.
The best noise.
Poop, poop. He poops then.
He just announces
That's his
it.
way of a warning.
And everyone's like, ah!
Kind of doing, I guess, what Milo's doing, and he has said, like, would any of you or be interested in? That's something for you guys to discuss about. D will just look over his team and just see if there would be any of his companions that would be interested or willing to, or he would think would be strong enough to be able to hold it. And that's something that I will do as a player rather than in character.
Yeah, you Guardians it, break it into smaller pieces. Everyone gets a little bit.
Pretty much. That's the benefit of that other option.
Yeah.
Is you can disperse it across multiple.
We shall see. But yeah, that's what D's gonna do.
Okay. Deebs, CJ, anything pressing? Any urgencies?
No, not really.
Okay. All right.
Just,
You know.
celebrating.
Live.
And now we wait.
And now we wait.
Okay. It'll probably take a few days for the Quiver members that are willing to leave their posts to get here. But if you want, you can just jump to when they are here. Do that. That's doable.
Days.
Yeah, how if you could put a number on it.
It's gonna take upwards of a week because not everybody can just get to where you are.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You have travel times. The world is still not necessarily safe, and you've got people like Boyd who can't leave Greengate, and you've got people like Janusz that can't leave Ediola because they're on the fringes. So if an invasion hits and they're not there, it's done. It's over. They're gonna their homes will be stomped.
Right.
You've got people like Nutri, so Deirdre can't necessarily leave because every town to the south of her
has been
demolished. Eviscerated.
Okay.
And they lucked out in that the invasion went to Fola first and not her. So you've got a limited number of people that can make it. But like Diego and Isabel are already in Ambercrag. Remy is already in Ambercrag. He's just in a coma. Ripped to Gordo. I'm just looking at the Quiver list and I'm like, we could use the phone.
That was so sad.
No.
That was probably one of the saddest deaths.
Yeah. But out of all the ones that you might not expect, Jax will make his way down.
Good.
But you'll have Parker, who is Boyd's right-hand man.
Yeah, Parker, the boy.
You'll have Diego and Isabel, just because they're in hospi.
Less than a mile away.
They've got like concussions and cracked ribs and stuff, but the show must go on. Bronwyn will be there.
Can we give Ty a stone?
So if we're that close,
Yeah.
The love stone.
if we're that close, and like my mom shows up and Diego and Isabel are there because they're close, then once they're there, we can get an idea of where their head's at and then bounce.
Let's just do that, like, because they can be there within like an hour, right, or two.
Diego and Isabel, you might have to.
It's by wheelchair, so
They might have to convince like the doctors watching over them, but
I'll convince the
they're
doctors.
independent enough that they're like, we can get up, we can go talk. They're like, what's the worst that could happen? We're in the same town.
Wheel them out.
Yeah.
So if we can get Remy, Diego.
Remy cannot.
Oh,
go.
Yeah.
Remy is
Oh,
not
Remy was
conscious.
he was one of the epicenter ones, right?
Remy was
Why don't you give
as
some
close
to
as
the?
CJ
Yeah,
got.
that's what I was saying. Like he was like right there.
Why don't you
That's
give them
right.
to the? What are they called? The Suicune and give some of them to them.
I have other So we can get into it, but they're not from here. They're from another timeline. So I want to present them the same option to Alnamir.
Yeah, and have him take some stones.
No, like, hey, you guys can just go back to your home.
Yeah.
The rifts. There's rifts that are open.
There's a non-zero chance that some of them already are looking.
Yeah. So
like part of why all the scions kind of skipped out when this started happening is the ones that aren't from here are like
maybe
piecing it together, going, oh wait,
maybe I jumped through this
we
rift.
can find maybe we can find our home.
Well,
and then other ones are like, okay, I should probably at least go make sure this isn't happening in my spaces. Can't be losing my
MySpace.
Yeah.
Well, while we're just sitting around, I'm gonna release Lycanroc.
You're just gonna let him go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be like, hey man, I
go touch that stone.
I just kind of caught you. Didn't really have a conversation with you or anything, and it's gonna get heavy out here, so I'm not gonna keep you around. You can go do whatever you want.
Be free.
Later, dude.
All right, fam. I'm gonna head out.
Alnamir just rips him in half as he walks by.
Wow.
As soon as you turn your back,
All right.
disintegrate.
Well.
Got him. Okay. All right. Lycanroc is Lycan released.
All right.
While we
get him out of
wait, I have one last thing I'd like to do.
Yeah.
I will cast Sending to the Tidecaller.
Okay.
And I will ask, do you have a read on the last 5? I promise not to fail with the last 2.
I do. But I believe a better test, perhaps, is you finding them.
It will be done.
To whom much is given, much is tested.
You got it.
Fair enough.
Good
I
luck,
cast
Blackwater.
Remind.
Show me what you know. Milo just goes full prime mind. Where are they?
All
Use
right.
Cerebro.
And then D will start formulating a plan. Gotta bring Nature Boy with me.
Nature boy.
But I have a relatively idea of how I can go about it, but that's what D will do in the meantime.
Okay.
While we wait for at least those 3.
Yeah, I'm down to go too, by the way.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know how long. Because if we're leaving these 3 here, then
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really want to chill here for a week. That's a long time.
fair enough. Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm like, it would take them a week to get here if they were coming.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
A substantial portion of the quiver right now is like, what do you mean leave?
Yeah.
I literally can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're buckled down ready for an invasion. That was the last message they got.
Yes.
So now suddenly like, hey everyone, come here, we've got stuff. They're like,
But
not
we
right
can
now.
come to a decision,
Yeah.
and if they're sending one there, just send an
Represent-
emissary
yeah, a
from your
representative.
town, and
Yeah.
we'll send it.
Yes.
Or a representative, like
Yeah.
how Parker is with,
Hey, you
or
know,
Boyd
at the
is
same
with Parker.
time, we can
Yeah.
just like get the information that everyone has about like what's been coming and what they've seen in their area.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. Sounds like a great
Are
thing
you hanging
for-
out in Ambercrag while we go kill sea monsters?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with crickets.
Okay.
To
Do
ask
some of our own
towns.
scouting. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still in like this
Yeah,
area around
yeah.
Abercrag just waiting.
Absolutely.
Well then,
boys.
if,
Yeah.
if you're gonna be here, are you gonna keep
probably
an eye
take
out on the
Tito.
rocks?
No, because we're probably gonna leave.
Oh, you're leaving. I thought you were
Yeah.
hanging out
I mean,
in the
well,
Ambercrag
well-
vicinity.
Yeah, for a little bit, but then once we get an idea of what's happening over here.
Okay. Then we'll figure out what Bentley's doing.
Boy.
Yeah.
And now we wait
Yeah.
for Mama
To,
Bird.
to make it easy, if you want to talk to Diego, Isabel, and or Bronwyn, look, they're nowhere different than they would be. Bronwyn's just running the messenger birds. Diego and Isabel are in the hospital recovering from cracked ribs and a concussion. You could try to talk to Remy, but last you've seen, he's in full
coma.
coma.
That dude's so hot.
Personally, I'm okay. I feel like they're gonna know what they're gonna do, and I'm good.
Out of
with-
those 3, I trust them to
Yeah.
know what to do.
with the limited time we have, I'd want to just get stuff done.
Well then, let's
Anyone else feel differently?
no,
No.
Okay.
absolutely not.
I think we've done enough just sitting around.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I'm getting at.
So then what if we do this? Why don't we see if we can grab the water, one of the water ones,
Okay.
and we can get it into the water to start purifying while we start looking for creatures.
I like it.
Why not do both and put that in? Maybe it's a lure for some of those monsters for power.
There
There you go. Wadalanga is completely flattened, right?
It's not flat. It's cratered. But yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Wadalanga is fucked.
Well, there's no.
Last anyone saw it is done and dusted.
It is in the middle of nowhere now.
Yeah.
So.
we can start purifying there. Hopefully it draws them in with the power,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can take it from there.
Yeah.
Quiver.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
It's good.
What happened?
It's a good
He,
plan.
he bonked the
Picture
painting.
frame.
Oh, I thought he hit
good
his
plan.
head on the table. I was
It's a
like,
good plan.
wow.
Yeah.
But-
So yeah, let's
Okay.
start doing that. I'll swap powder keg in to assist with hauling it to the water side at least,
Okay.
because then from there I can just control water it.
He will pick it up, and he's immediately like soaked from head to toe.
Mm-hmm.
He's like wet.
It's like being on the ship, buddy. Appreciate you.
He's like, it's nothing like that. I never fall in.
Lucky, because you just sink.
Okay. So he'll help you haul that the crater formerly known as Wadalanga.
Yeah, we're just gonna put it. We're gonna get it into the water. Right, we're gonna put it in the river, and then I can control water it
Okay.
up to
The lake.
Wadalanga Central.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna go through the cave?
I'm the scariest thing that's gonna come through that
Is
place.
it still a cave? Because the top of the mountain's missing? Is it more of like a canyon now?
It's still a cave.
Okay.
It sheaved off like the peaks.
Okay.
But
You have
It
to
is-
fight Mewtwo now.
he's just floating in there. Finally, you found me. The final master ball.
And we continue.
You think we
on.
weren't gonna rebuild it? Come on.
Just save the game right before I challenge you, and then
Yeah, and you just go,
restart if it goes bad.
ball. Got him.
I think going through the cave won't be an issue. I'm comfortable with it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've already done it before.
Yeah, you turned out all right.
It was fine. There's some creepy polytoads in there, but whatever.
It was fine. We both almost drowned like 3 times.
It's okay.
You
Okay.
can't drown with me.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
perfect. I'm glad you're not worried.
I'm
I
okay.
am. I'll hop on the stone and control water.
Start surfing.
Control water us.
He's Mr. Nimbus. All right.
Bye, Phoebe.
Bye.
All right. So
Good
Phoebes,
luck.
you're hanging out in Abercrag,
Yeah.
convening with crickets.
Yes.
3 boys, you're headed to Wadalanga. You're
Yep.
gonna set a lure for these sea monsters.
Yep.
I'll ask Bentley where he wants to go from there.
I think he said he wanted to come with us, didn't he? That one time?
He was. Yeah, I think he said
He was on the fence about it.
Yeah, he was on the fence because I think he wanted to do something with his parents, but I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
I kinda
you're
remember
right.
something about that.
That sounds like it might be right.
All right. Well, we'll figure out where he actually wants to be. Because right now he's just hanging with Rose, seeing how she's doing. So as you 3 begin your journey,
I could.
Feebles, you can go look for crickets.
Yep.
Right.
I know where cricket's at.
Yeah.
Like a sixth sense. At
The
this
outside of
point.
town.
Yeah.
You just see a nose and an eye,
Or from like a bush?
and they come running.
Yeah.
Goes running off. It's one of the
It's
boys.
a bush moving.
Yeah, it's one of the boys. And then you see he stops by a tree and he whispers, and then another one runs. And you're just like watching them. And they just go all the way around. And then it gets to like the guy right here, and this is crickets. They go
Nice.
all the way around
Nice.
Abercrag, and then they talk to this guy.
Why don't you just come over here? Just break down communications. It's ridiculous. It's a kangaroo court. What up, Phoebe? What do you want?
Crickets.
What brings you to your own neck of the woods?
Yeah.
The
Well,
old stomping ground.
I mean, I don't know if you saw the whole.
The old
moon.
home base.
Yeah.
Yeah, the moon.
I'm sure you saw.
Yeah, the night was a little shorter than it should have been. Didn't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
Because it got dark real fast because the moon went down.
Yeah.
And then nothing happened. And then it was dawn and it was normal. I thought the world was ending, but it wasn't. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. This Milo figured it out.
What a cool guy.
Yeah. I think so.
Well, keep spinning. Still here.
Yeah. But
Oh, crickets.
I'm sure the last time when you were following Blue,
Uh-huh.
you saw some of the creature thingies. You know, the ugly, gross blob things? Did you see any of those?
No?
No.
What are you talking about? There's something worse out there?
I'm gonna sketch it out for crickets.
You've gotta be kidding me. There's worse things?
Yeah.
Okay, so we did a power ranking. You said I was like an 8. Where do I stack up?
Against the blob?
Yeah.
You're like
yeah.
you're like
1 to 10.
You're in the negatives, cricket.
What? Gotta be kidding me.
I mean, they're disgusting. They're awful. It's a thing that
You're not making it better.
I mean, everyone's like a -8 compared to them crickets. Not
Crickets,
just you.
You're disgusting and awful too.
You're
Well, yeah, it's a vibe. This is on purpose.
this.
This is a look.
Well,
I
anyways,
subscribe for this.
the queen of the grossness is gone, but we still have to fight whatever's left here, which is some of those gross
Well,
things.
yeah, I mean, if you kill, when we killed Ringy, the boys are still here.
Yeah.
We fight.
Yes.
We keep going.
But I figured you guys are pros. I'm gonna join you. We can do some scouting.
You're gonna join us in the field?
Yeah.
Then I gotta know you can keep up.
All right.
All right.
You want to test me? Or?
We run a tight ship here.
Okay.
All right? I want to see you disappear. Do it.
Okay.
Right now. I can still see you. Clock's ticking.
I'm gonna.
Chop, chop.
I'm gonna like do a roll into a bush
Okay.
and then just like
Give
hide
me
in it.
an acrobatics check and then a stealth check.
Okay.
You have a +1 to both.
Come on, Phoebe.
Acrobatics
Oi.
5.
All right.
But then the stealth. Come on, stealth 17.
All right. You go to roll and you just kind of like,
A little messy.
and you crawl into a bush. He goes,
Very slow. Hey. Not bad. All right.
Did I pass? I'm gonna pop my head. Did I pass?
Yeah, well, I thought you were over here. Yeah, that was really good. Dude, roll. Never do that again.
Okay.
That was really bad.
All right.
But
I won't.
you've got what it takes to hide with the crickets. See? See, it's not that hard.
Just
you
do
just-
that?
Yeah, you just
All
get
right.
low.
Okay.
I'm a little guy. People
Well-
always look up here. You just disappear. You get shorter.
It's a little harder for me.
Well, yeah,
glad-
you're gangly and tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, must be hard. Got long limbs. Longer than mine. I can just go like this.
You're gone.
I do that, I'm gone.
You're
See?
gone.
No one knows. Master of disappearing.
I have a lot to learn.
Yeah, you do. But now, you fight under the banner of crickets.
Yes.
To the death! Ah! You fit right in. Alright, let me introduce you to the boys! Boys, get out
I
here!
already met them, crickets.
I know!
Okay.
But now you're a new recruit.
That's fair.
Boys! Phoebe's joining the gang! And they're all like, yeah! Yeah! Alright! Did she do the disappearing thing? Yeah, she did a dodge roll. It was terrible! And then she
Yeah.
disappeared. It was pretty good.
We're never gonna see Phoebe again.
She's running with crickets.
she's going off the grid.
She's running with crickets.
This is Phoebe's
now.
endgame.
This is what she always wanted.
Yeah.
Milo's gonna need something in like 30 years. They're gonna leave a goat tied to a hitch. Crickets and the boys and Phoebe are just gonna be like,
She
Be
just
like, Phoebe,
turns
we need-
feral.
we need you to come back. Oh my god.
I have to use crickets as my translator.
Yeah.
I don't.
Where,
Completely forget how to
Yeah.
speak.
alright, Phoebes, where are you and the boys gonna start your journey?
Well, we'll start. No, I mean, I feel like Ambercrag's probably pretty held down. There's all the people there building stuff and the whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Richter, all the Tauros.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's got this covered. But where should we go? Can I see that map?
No! You gotta run on instinct! You're part of the crickets crew!
Damn, cricket.
We don't use maps! We don't know how to write!
Sounds like a personal
I don't have any
problem.
cartographers here, alright? I don't even know what that means.
Wadalanga's taken out. Fola's taken out, right? No,
No.
Fola was...
Fola's damaged.
Wadalanga,
Mayburn.
Summerbury, and Mayburn are gone.
Summerbury and Mayburn. Okay.
Yes.
And pretty much Oriander.
The Oriander is space dust.
Okay, so these...
Hopefully
Right
that
here.
nice ranger
that.
from Mayburn
And that.
is okay.
Okay.
Whatever his name was and his
Is
You know what?
part of the amalgam.
Let's go. I feel like Fola is a good spot to start.
All right. So you just want to go to Fola?
Yeah, because then we can just go up to, like, Beaver's Bee and New Tree
Well,
and all that.
there's this super spooky cave you can go through.
Have you been through it before, Crickets?
Yeah, once.
What do you mean once?
It was heckin'
It
spooky. We
means
never went
one
back.
time.
What? But, like, you're saying it like we shouldn't go through it.
But it's a shortcut. Saved a lot of time. But I would never go through it again unless you say we have to.
Have to do it.
Who's in charge here?
Me!
Crickets! I'm joining Crickets'
But
crew.
we are a collective. We make decisions together. But if anyone is comfortable with the decision, we do it. And then it's their fault if we die.
That doesn't sound like a collective decision.
Listen, no one... If no one wants to do it, but one person wants to do it, you just go first.
Oh, okay.
Then if you die, we leave.
Well, you brought it up, Crickets, so it's your idea, technically.
No! Don't bring your rhetoric into this. I don't care if you're a master of debate. I'm not doing it. You go
He was
first.
a master debater.
You want a masturbator?
If you want to go through the cave, we'll
Yeah.
follow you. But you go first.
Well, what do you mean? I've never been through it. You'd have to go first.
There's a bunch of boys running through it right now.
Yeah, that's
Why don't you
my
just
friends.
follow them?
All right.
Then if something
well.
kills them, then we all leave.
I mean, or you could just go to like Alluvia or the port, way closer.
Okay, well, let's do that. Let's do Alluvia first.
Okay, well, we still have to figure out how we're going to get there. You want to go around the mountains? It's going to take like a week and a half.
No.
We have little legs.
Hop on your Noivern and
Yeah, but what about the boys?
Yeah, the boys won't fit on Noivern.
I'm sure Noivern can carry. How many boys are there?
There's like 30 of us.
I'm sure you could fit like 15 boys on the back, and then
That's
like,
only half of us.
and
Only
then-
half numbers.
and then you put 7 in each talon of the Noivern. And
yeah, and
then
then it's going to eat us or drop us or
it's not
something.
gonna drop you.
This is a trick.
No.
Dirty,
Or you
dirty
get on
trick.
Not a dirty
Nubster and
trick.
have Nubster dig a new cave straight through, right through the mountain.
I'm going to build a new tunnel. The other one
I
is
can't-
If we had
I don't think-
Slurp, we literally
Or
could.
do multiple trips.
Couple more days.
There's
Yep.
so many options.
Well, why don't we just start?
It doesn't have to be just you and Crickets walking.
Or you could all just start walking or do whatever, and then you could just manner jump.
That's what I was gonna do. We
To
just
start.
start and then
You
manner
could just,
jump.
You could just manner jump to like Alluvia, and then
Yeah.
those three can just go.
Yeah, yeah.
It's up to you
Yeah.
how you want
We're
to
gonna
handle your
start.
trip.
We're gonna
There's
start
a reason I
going.
started with you, is you have a manner
Yeah.
that can take you places.
We're gonna just start walking, and then then we'll go in the manor when we can.
okay.
We'll hop.
It is an option.
80% of the way there on foot, and then just teleport the last
Yeah, yeah.
like quarter mile.
The reason I bring it up is you can put the stones in the manor.
That's what I thought we were
I
gonna do.
figured
but
we
it's an
could,
option.
but I didn't want to assume that.
That is an option.
Yeah.
You
Well, you better
have
decide
available to
quick.
you. You can put the stones in the manor.
I vote no in the manner. Anyone else? I
I
voted.
don't care
didn't
either way.
say
You had it.
do.
You already came up with the other plan, so I was like, I'm not even gonna mention it. There's no
The
point.
manor?
But you're a
No,
planner.
the plan of having everybody come down.
Yeah, but you're a
But you're
Yeah,
a
I
manor
know.
planner now.
No, nobody asked me what to do with
You're
the
a planner.
stones.
Well, jump in. It's a debate.
Have some stones.
Get in there.
I think we should do whatever's best to do.
He can join.
Huh?
He can join the gang. He can be one of the boys.
I ran with you for a while, Crickets. You don't remember me?
We run deep here, okay? One mission is not a while.
I mean,
2 missions and you're in.
fair enough.
That's it?
It was just one.
We have a very short life expectancy
For real,
on the
you
road.
don't have. You don't
Oh,
care.
That's
Okay,
I could
Not
see.
at all.
that's why we didn't ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care.
I vote not putting them in the manor. What do you vote? Tia.
If you vote to do it, they have to do it.
You are our
That's
queen.
how crickets and the boys work.
Devin, what do you vote?
As Devin,
What's
Or
the
D.
other idea? Leave them out here until everyone gets here?
Yeah, so they can start putting them where they need to go.
Oh.
In my
made
head,
preparations.
we don't have time to do one day at a time, dropping them off. That'd be 2
Yeah,
months.
yeah.
We don't have
Yeah.
time for that.
It's
Yeah.
a lot.
So that's why I'm like, have them do it.
Well, that's what I already said earlier. Bring your own transport.
Yeah,
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
yeah.
BYOT.
Yeah.
So you also don't want to put them in the manor. Okay.
I wouldn't be
Perfect.
like bothered by it if everyone was like, we should put them in the manor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but everyone voted to not.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Okay.
Cool.
Play
This one-
stands.
My
Just
vote.
gonna throw it out there so that you remember all your options.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm not suggesting that it's a good idea. It's just-
Implying
it is an idea.
something.
Also keeps Lord Ridgemont's crabby hands off of source stones.
Well, plus is I don't know the status of the energies where like the manor was starting to wash away a little bit.
Well, now with the new tears in space-time, it's probably worse than ever.
So we don't want them just being dumped in a random
Location,
spot either.
yeah. Dumped,
Yeah.
into a volcano, they explode,
Yeah.
and then we white screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm going old school with crickets. We're walking.
Okay. You're walking with crickets. Where are you
The crew-
walking
and
to?
the crew and the boys.
Crickets and the boys.
Olivia.
You're walking to Alluvia?
Yes.
By way of...
105.
Okay. Good to know.
Or no.
what? Yeah,
I-
you're
I
going
thought
through
we
the
were in
cave
Wadalanga.
anyway.
You're
and-
going
No,
to the
I
cave
thought-
anyway, or you're gonna
No.
go around? You're gonna cut through what's left of Oriander?
I thought this was Amber Craig. I was misjudging.
Okay. So you're gonna go around.
Yes.
You're gonna go up to Alluvia.
Yep.
Okay. So it's out there. That journey on foot is like a week.
Yeah, but we'll go in the manor then.
Okay.
When
So you're
it
just gonna
opens
walk
up.
and then jump in and then
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Because you want to do some scouting first,
Yes.
then jump in.
Yes.
Then,
Check out how the world looks.
Yes.
Then leave.
Yes.
Then be there.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Yes.
Boys in the cave.
Yeah.
Boys in the cave. Marching order. Boys in the cave. I know you're surfing the Waterstone.
Yeah.
I will remind the squad that the water is filthy and full of debris, and that the debris is mostly organic.
My plan is that having this thing be in the water already, that it's starting to clean
It will take a very long time without a dedicated guardian. Exerting
Oh,
a
will
will
it?
on the stone.
Okay.
It's going to take multiple months to years to see changes. But if you have a guardian doing it, it's the same as you running around with control water, pushing all of that stuff somewhere else.
Gotcha.
Still has to go somewhere.
Yeah. D doesn't know that, so he continues to do it.
Yeah, that's totally fair, totally fine. But
Yeah.
yes,
From a mechanic standpoint.
just so
I
that
see
it
what
is
you're
out
saying.
there, it's
Yeah.
not going to change anything in the immediacy of now.
Perfect.
But it will start to do stuff later.
There's a path on the side. It's small. It's a little perilous, but
It's fine.
okay.
It's a little path.
I'll go first then.
It's a little path for little guys.
I'll go the way that we were going before we went into the water.
Yeah,
know,
before everything went. Before everything went.
just before.
Yeah.
I'll be slightly behind
before
then
four times.
with some of the birds, but mostly including Moonraker,
Okay.
doing some tailwind on D in the floating stone.
Okay.
Give him a little bit of speed.
D in the floating stone.
And I'll just have Haka and Doubloon out too. For
Okay.
Doubloon on the shoulder and Haka kind of riding on the stone with me. Not attuning to it.
Okay. What's the light sources here? Because otherwise it is pitch black. What's the sitch?
I'm going to put my hand in the water and get dark vision. Because I can do that.
You can do it if you go in the water.
Yeah, if I go in the water, I know. I tried to cheese it.
Turn into an X file because
Can I shape
Do you be
water,
swimming?
put it over my head, get dark vision? This is
still-
the bucket situation all over
It's
again.
it's still gonna be gross.
Can I get some weird slime in my eyes?
This stone isn't emitting any faint light?
No.
Okay.
No, it'll catch light beautifully and refract it.
Okay.
But in here, there's no light. Like, it doesn't just create it on its own. The only two that do are fire and solar.
Okay.
Fire and solar emit light and heat.
Then I am. That's why I'm riding the waves. I'm feeling the water, letting it guide me.
Woo! He's surfing.
So
Okay.
I'll just put like a fire up on my staff.
Okay. You're like magic man. Little fire. Okay. Got a nice little torchlight going in there. Similar to the last time you were here. Bunch of bats. Bunch of bats on the roof. Some bats. One of them's probably still like, man flesh.
Bring it on, you stupid little bat.
You gonna bap a bat?
I'm gonna bap it.
All right. You bap a bat. Bat's flying at you. Just bat it out of the sky.
I ain't scared of no dumb bat.
Not anymore. Not never again. Never before.
Nope.
All right. All right, gang. Well, as these 3 and potentially 4 make their way up towards Wadalanga, Phoebes, as you begin your journey with crickets, in a twist no one saw coming, least of all me, we've got another party split situation going on.
Yay.
Split the party. So,
There's no Oni.
yep.
Yeah.
So, we're going to call it here for now so that we can figure out where Bentley wants to be. If he wants to be anywhere. He might just stay in Evercrack. I don't know.
True that.
But I'll leave that option open for him. But we will rejoin next time with one of these groups. Either Phoebe walking with crickets or
The boys!
headed up to Wadalanga
yes.
to light the beacons. Gondor calls for aid
We're going to Alluvia.
as the sea monsters come in. What did I say?
No, you had it right. You said us for Wadalanga.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you said
I just said the
crickets.
boys.
Oh.
The boy, but
These
because
boys,
crickets.
not
Yeah.
your boys.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, all that to say, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Farewell.
Unsure of how best to handle the placement of source stones throughout the region, our heroes split up to cover more ground, with the boys headed to Lake Lahana to purify the waters with a new water stone, while Phoebe tags along with crickets to check out Alluvia. If you enjoyed this episode of Boarding Party, please consider leaving a like on the video to show your support. If you'd like to see more of the Tots and stay up to date on the Laris region, why not subscribe to the channel? If you'd like to help us out in other ways, you can follow the links in this video's description box to our Patreon. From there, you can join the discussions in our Discord server, or check out the post show, Still Rolling, and get a recap of every session with myself and the crew. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about the passing of Blue, the newfound freedom of the former champions, and the plan to distribute source stones prior to the coming war. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next week as D continues his quest to seal away or defeat the escaped prisoners of Lake Lahana.